round one, fight!
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Tournament Fights. This is episode 128. This is Malcolm Lay's favorite movie part 2. This is actually episode 118, I believe, and I don't have it in the title. Usually I read it off of that, but it's 118, and yeah, we're going to be getting into part 2 of his 128. We also have the Oscars going on, so we'll be doing some live commenting on like some of the winners because most of us probably have it on in the background. But everyone, fingers crossed that nothing goes out, because sorry that we're like really late tonight, because when my technology goes out, it all goes out. So I was going to have the Oscars on in the background. That wasn't working, and I finally got it working. Then my internet went out, and then my computer decided to freeze, and then my mic decided to stop working, and I got all of it working. So let's just pray that I don't have any issues. But anyways, we'll go ahead and we will bring in our crew for tonight. We have my co-host, Austin Pez.
Well, my computer and everything's working. My body's not working very well. I think I picked something up in Vegas, so I've been running a fever the last 2 days, and as you can probably hear, I'm a little sore throaty. So if my answers are short and succinct, that's the reason why. So apologies in advance, but I won't be like going on any long diatribes. But I'm here. So
Well, that sucks. Yeah, like I feel like everyone that I know, every time that they travel, they get sick. Like I don't know what it is about.
Yeah, I was fine literally the day after I got back, and then it was like the day after that I got sick. That night I went to go to sleep, and I just started like shivering out of nowhere, and like the fever started hitting me. So yeah, it was rough.
We'll hang in there. We only got 4 of us tonight, so hopefully it'll be a quick one tonight. So yeah. And also that was another thing. Everyone and their extended family and everyone on earth is watching the Oscars, apparently. Like, don't get me wrong, like I appreciate the Oscars what they are. They're not a thing for me. I'm like literally having them on because everyone else is and just playing it along with that. But I don't really care personally too much about the Oscars. I'm just being real with everyone. But like, good on you. Like if you love the Oscars and you like to celebrate along with everyone else, that's awesome. And that's great. So that more power to you. So that's why we wanted to at least have them on and kind of talk about them a little bit, because I know they mean a lot to a lot of people. So yeah, I just will throw that out there. But we also have Jacob Barber in the house. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm here. Got the Oscars on in the background. Been happy with the winners so far. Hopefully the show keeps going. And
but you should be watching the Slammies instead. No. Like, the WWE's version of the Oscars, you don't want to watch that instead? No?
Yeah.
You don't want to watch Vince McMahon perform
the Oscars slap harder.
Step back.
Is that an actual thing? Is that real?
Slammies is real, yeah.
Slammy awards usually
they don't do it every year. They used to just do it occasionally, but yeah, it was really cringy when they did.
Yeah, it used to be its own thing. Then it was a part of Monday Night Raw, and then they just kind of, hey, here's who won.
Yeah. Well, I saw a few of them. The awards I saw, that Pinocchio won Best Animated Feature. All Quiet on the Western Front just won the Best International Film, and then Best Costume Design went to Black Panther, which is cool because I don't think that the comic book movies get recognized too often. They do, but not as much as a lot.
Yeah, those DC ones are the ones that win. Good on DC.
Yeah, right.
They're the better films.
Yeah, we also have here the Man of the Hour that we're talking about his movies tonight. So Malcolm Lay, how's it going?
I also have the Oscars in the background, and I always enjoy watching them. But when I knew I had to change, I didn't mind moving it to the same day as the Oscars, because why not? Because I can do 2 things at once.
Yeah, right. Yeah, heck, we can all multitask. I mean, I have an ADD mindset, so like it actually helps me to to multitask. It like helps like calm my brain down and like almost focus more. It's kind of weird.
Well, we'll have we got a small crew tonight. We'll keep our answers quick, but like I said, that's fine because we'll supplement it with a little Oscar talk here and there, in between things. So Jacob and Malcolm and y'all can kind of keep an eye on things and let us know what's coming up and what wins. So
yeah.
Speaking of the Elephant Whisperers, just won documentary short.
Okay. Nice.
The category no one cares about at the Oscars.
Yeah, I know it is. I predicted it. I'm happy with that, but I haven't seen any of them.
Good for the people who made it, but it's really hard to see those. Even in the theater, they occasionally do that thing where they'll show all of them in a row, as part of like a one long thing, but it's like hardly, you have to go to like an art house theater that's doing that. It's really hard to see.
Yeah. Well, speaking of documentaries, I do believe Malcolm has one documentary on here. I almost watched it, but I didn't quite have enough time. So it's kind of cool to see someone with a documentary on there, 128. So yeah.
Well, I'll explain everybody how it's going to work and we'll get into it because I'll run the bracket tonight. We've already done part 1 of Malcolm's 32, which I have the list in front of me as far as the 16 that made it from the last episode that are already in the championship is Hook, Jojo Rabbit, Austin Powers and Spider Shag Me, Jurassic Park, The Way Way Back, Paddington 2, La La Land, Dogma, X-Men Days of Future Past, Warrior, Logan, Searching, The Wizard of Oz, Goodfellas, The Menu, and Awakenings are 16. So whatever 16 make the Sweet 16 tonight, we'll join those in Malcolm's championship episode, determine his new favorite movie, and after that, all bets are off, and we'll see, what takes home the crown for the tournament tonight. So. Yeah, like I said, that's just kind of how it works. It's just our movie here crew tonight. Everybody here knows how it works. So we'll pull it up and we'll just see what happens as we talk some Oscars too. So, yeah.
Yeah, and if you hear any winners announced, you can feel free to just shout them out because I have it on a little app on my phone. It must be about like 2 minutes behind because you said the winner, and now they just announced it literally 30 seconds ago for me. So
the live TV is a little bit ahead of the app. Yeah. So, well, Jacob and Malcolm can kind of be our liaisons as far as keeping an eye. Just let us know like what's coming up, and then the actual winner when they announce the winner.
Yeah, they're doing animated short now.
Animation, that's kind of a whatever one too. So, Oh yeah, I should probably share my screen so we can get going.
Yeah,
we'll do that right now.
But
there it is.
While you do that, I'll just do this.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do?
It's showtime.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat? A-hole!
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
Let's do this, Schmidt.
Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins.
Jenkins, Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
All right, so our first matchup of the evening, as I'll scroll it over, will be Big Fish versus Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. So we'll start with Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, do like both these movies. I'm probably not going to say it all the time, but I'm going to go Big Fish here. It's just the one which kind of resonates with me a lot more, and it's just a really good emotional story. I do, as much as I do like Curse of the Black Pearl, I'm still going Big Fish.
All right, Jacob.
This is we lost Jordan.
He's his internet's acting all wonky again, so it's all right. Go ahead, Jacob. Luckily, I'm running the bracket, so we can keep going if we need to.
True, and I can actually take care of the StreamYard, so
yeah.
we're good. This one's tough because it's my favorite director against one of my favorite actors, and I really enjoy both of these movies. Man, I think Big Fish has some really good performances. Pirates of the Caribbean is kind of this fun adventure movie. I think, Curse of the Black Pearl is probably my favorite of the series. So for that reason, I'll go Pirates of the Caribbean because Big Fish is a little lower in my Tim Burton, whereas Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl is my favorite. So
I haven't watched Big Fish yet. I'm planning to for our me and Jacob's podcast because I have the 4K right here. I just haven't watched it yet. But yeah, we're gonna watch it for our anniversary show because it's 20th anniversary for Big Fish this year. So I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. Had I remembered it was on here, maybe I would have snuck it in, but I didn't get a chance to. So, but I do really like Pirates of the Caribbean, the original one. I think it's still a ton of fun, and they put out a 4K of that, but apparently it's terrible. So I'm gonna wait till they put out a better version of that because that's what I've heard from all my YouTube guys who review 4K discs and stuff. So, yeah. But right now, it's 2-1 for Pirates until Jordan gets back here.
He said just go on without him for right now. So
all right, so it's going to be Pirates for now, and we'll move on. I don't think he'll object to that too much. All right, we got Lord of the Rings: Return of the King versus Schindler's List.
Oh my! What are these matchups?
There's some really tough matches tonight. I'll say that with what Malcolm had left on his list. So,
oh my goodness!
Yeah, Return of the King versus Schindler's List. So, Jacob, you got to go first on this one.
Oh man, it's my favorite of the Lord of the Rings against what I think is arguably like the best movie made, like just from a filmmaking standpoint. Oh man, I don't want to be here anymore. Seriously, like this might be the hardest matchup I've had to do in tournament fights.
Maybe. A little easier for me.
I'm gonna go Schindler's List.
All right. Well, again, I like the Lord of the Rings movies. I'm just not a Lord of the Rings fanboy, like a lot of people. It just kind of is what it is. I do think they're quality movies. I actually saw Return of the King. I think I already mentioned this got to see an early press screening of it, actually, like a sneak preview. I went from a radio station. So I took a buddy of mine who was a big fan of it, and we got to see it like a week ahead of time. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, I think Schindler's List is pretty damn incredible. And Spielberg's masterpiece. So I'm going to go Schindler on this one. Malcolm?
See, Irish Storms are here, so I'll go to a tie. So I'm going Lord of the Rings. But yeah.
All right. Well, for now, it's going to be 2-1. Until Jordan gets in, he just said kill without him. So it's going to be Schindler's List for now. Lord of the Rings, I think Return of the King's already won a tournament anyway, so we'll see again. Got The Godfather, Jordan's favorite movie, versus Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. And it's on me. I've never seen Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. I need to get around to it. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I don't even really know what it's about, honestly. I guess hear it thrown around here and there. But Godfather, as Malcolm knows, is one of my favorite movies as well. So I have to go with that. Malcolm?
Yeah, I watched Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl for the first time for the 2015 tournament. I honestly can't remember what it's about now, but it's just I do remember liking it a lot. That it's like I'm definitely going to be watching this a few more times, but unfortunately, it just has to go up against Godfather. Godfather is just great in pure cinema, so it's The Godfather.
Yeah, Jacob.
Yeah. I said Schindler's List is probably my choice for like the best movie ever made. The Godfather would be second. I think the movie is incredible. Filmmaking, performances, the script, everything. I think that movie is incredible. It gets all the love, and deservedly so. I haven't seen Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, but I've heard good things about it, so I'll probably get to it eventually as well. But for right now, I got to go with The Godfather.
All right. Well, it's a short 3-0 sweep for The Godfather, and we'll scoot down to the Disney remake of Cinderella, the live-action movie, versus Hot Fuzz. So we'll jump to Malcolm next, since Jordan's still waiting on Jordan. So Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on record that Cinderella is probably easily my favorite when it comes to Disney live action remakes. But yeah, Hot Fuzz is just a really good part of the Cornetto trilogy. But for now, I'm probably going to go Cinderella. Just because I do think it's probably one of the best remakes and Disney remakes, and yeah.
All right, Jordan's kind of back, but he's got a blank screen. There he is. Is he back? Hey, and he's a little laggy right now. So Jacob, go ahead, and we'll let him kind of jump in.
Yeah, I just watched Cinderella for the first time not too long ago. I think we were doing a rank 'em for the remakes, and so I finally watched it. I don't know why it took me so long. I still think it's very strange that I wasn't able to watch it on Disney Plus. That baffles me. Hot Fuzz shows up here a lot, and for good reason, because it's a darn good movie. But yeah, I'm gonna show some love to Cinderella as well.
All right. I actually haven't seen the Kenneth Branagh Cinderella, but I love the original one, the 50s one, the Disney one. We'll talk about that probably on our tier ranker when we do the 80s and before. I'm a big fan of that original one. I'm a big fan of its like 62-minute runtime as well. It's pretty great. A lot of those old Disney movies are really short like that. But yeah, Hot Fuzz is in my top 100, and I love it a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna go Hot Fuzz. Jordan, can you hear me? Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm not holding my breath. It's going to work because every couple of minutes I'm getting an error message that's freezing everything completely. So we'll see how long that it lasts. Hopefully I won't get that anymore. We'll see. Yeah. But
right now we've got the Disney Kenneth Branagh Cinderella versus Hot Fuzz.
Okay, this one's easy for me. Like I thought that the Cinderella was all right. I mean, it is one of the better Disney live action remakes, but I don't want like how the live action Disney movies are going now to taint some of the ones that I like. I'm trying not to let it do that, but it sort of is. Like I'm just kind of over these live action remakes. But as far as they go, this is one of the better ones. Probably that and like the Jungle Book and even Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast to an extent. I mean, they were pretty decent, but I mean, Hot Fuzz is like one of my all-time favorite movies. I'm a big Edgar Wright guy. I'm a big fan of the Cornetto trilogy, and it's my favorite of the trilogy. And maybe if it wins, I'll finally actually go watch the winner of my tournament.
So yeah, you should have done that by now.
I should have.
With that, we have our first tie. So we'll start with Malcolm.
So I'm gonna go Cinderella.
All right, fair enough. Oh. It is Malcolm.
So which one's won already?
While you were gone, Godfather over Me, Earl and the Dying Girl, and Schindler's List over Return of the King, and that's it. And Pirates of the Caribbean over Big Fish. So, yeah.
Man, I wish I was here for a couple of those, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, if you're here for Schindler's List or the Rings, it probably would have been a tie. And
it would have gone the anyway. So, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say I would have gone the other way on both of those, but it's fine.
Yeah. All right. Got the Brave Little Toaster versus Little Miss Sunshine. All right. Since we skipped over to Malcolm and Jordan was supposed to go first, let's go back to Jordan and then we'll go to Jacob next. So, Jordan, why don't you go first on this one?
Ooh, this one's tough because I haven't seen the Brave Little Toaster in a minute, and I do love the Brave Little Toaster. I think that it's really underrated. I never saw any of the sequels. I mean, I don't know if they were like in theaters. It might have been direct to video stuff, but and A Little Sunshine's great, but. You know what? This may be the first time the Brave Little Toaster even has shown up on tournament fights. So I want to give it some love. I'll vote the Brave Little Toaster, one of the favorites from my childhood. Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about it. Like we said, we'll talk about it on our next tier ranker for the 80s and before animated.
Yeah.
Will be available on there. So,
I'll get to rewatch it for that.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it too for that. So I'm not trying to jump.
It's available on YouTube.
But if it's on YouTube, I need to watch it because I probably haven't seen it since I was a kid. I need to rewatch it before we do our tier ranking for sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, it's very like the two sequels to Brave Little Toaster on Disney Plus, but not
the original one.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and finally these two end up against each other. Both have Little in the title, but I like Little Bit Sunshine. I think Steve Carell was great in it, and I think it's a really fun story. But yeah, Brave Little Toaster is a favorite from my childhood. It's one that I watched a lot growing up, and if it wasn't for me doing the 80s animated thing, I probably wouldn't have rewatched it. May not have made I may not have put it in here, but after rewatching it, it still had the I still had the love for it as I did back then, and it's basically the prototype for Toy Story. Little Toaster.
Yeah.
It is. It's like appliances instead of toys. Yeah.
It's like a nicer version of Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah,
Where
I
they're
guess
not
you
trying
could
to,
say
where
that.
they're not trying to kill everybody, because
Yeah.
Emilio Estevez gets like attacked by toasters and shit in the diner in like Maximum Overdrive. Yeah.
Nice.
Jacob.
Oh, they're getting into production design.
Ooh.
So yeah, I really enjoyed both of these movies. I probably, have on my personal list would have Little Miss Sunshine higher. I do think it's, good performances, probably the better made movie, but Brave Little Toaster is just a lot of fun. So yeah, I rewatched it also for the 80s rank 'em, and yeah, I had a blast with it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah. Well,
No,
Austin.
I'm not the biggest fan of Little Miss Sunshine. I think it's okay. I think there's a lot of good performances. I'm just not as into the movie as other people are. And like I said, I haven't seen The Brave Little Toaster probably since I was a kid, but I watched it a lot of when I was a kid. It's been probably 25 years since I've seen it, so I'm gonna rewatch it for that show. But I'd like to see the crossover Little Miss Toaster. That's what I'd like to see. So I'll give it a clean sweep for Brave Little Toaster. Why not? So
Yeah, and also too, I never got to do it because I cut out. But I was gonna shout out Sarah. She's always been tuning in, so she's here with us. So it says thanks for being my hero for the movie hero, I guess. But so yeah,
we got the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. First is Sione's Wedding.
Oh.
All right.
Ooh, all right. One that I actually did watch was Sione's Wedding, but I'll talk about it.
I've seen it too. I watched it for Malcolm's Original 64.
Nice.
So, Jacob?
So I haven't seen either of these movies. And I don't know. I'll just be honest. I don't know when I would get to them, if I would ever get to them. So I'll go Sione's Wedding because why not?
Yeah, sure. Austin?
Well, I still own Sione's Wedding on Amazon right here.
Oh, nice.
Because it was like $1 more to buy it than to just rent it on Amazon over here. So I think I ended up it was something weird, Malcolm. It was like 99 cents to rent it, but like $1.99 to buy it. So I just bought it and over here. And yeah, it was all right. I mean, I can see why people like it. There's some good chemistry, some good family moments. I wasn't like over the moon about it, but I'm much more likely to rewatch it than to ever watch The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. So yeah, I'll go see His Wedding.
All Quiet just won production design.
Oh wow! So it might.
I thought Babylon was taking it.
Oh wow! So it's got three. It's got three so far.
Babylon.
Yeah, nice. By the way, Jacob, I saw there's a pre-order for an actual 4K of All Quiet on the Western Front coming out on disc in the next month. So it's actually coming out on physical media, like one of those Netflix ones that'll be on physical. So I'll be buying that. But yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, like I'm like way more inclined to watch Shuni's Wedding or Samoan Wedding, as they call it in parts of the world. Then watch the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Like I can't I barely even say the title, like let alone want to watch it. Like it's just I'm just not. It doesn't really interest me at all. And Shoni's Wedding though gave me a lot of vibes. So like. For anyone who doesn't know, I grew up in the Mormon church, so I was a Mormon missionary. And when you go on a mission, they send you to this place called the Missionary Training Center. It's in Utah and like south of Salt Lake. And when I was there, they had these missionaries from Samoa and Tonga, and every night they would sing. They would bring out their ukuleles and they would sing. And then like they have some of the most beautiful, amazing voices. Like it's almost any Samoan or Tongan that I've encountered, they can sing. So I kind of got those vibes. It kind of took me back to that, and they're always super friendly. So that's cool. So I appreciated that. So I'll go Sione's Wedding.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah, I love Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. It's one of those movies that I didn't expect to love as much as I did, and it's just one of those ones that like when I went to see it, it was like I thought, oh, it's going to be a movie that I'm going to enjoy, but it's just one that the story grabbed me a lot, and just having Judi Dench and Maggie Smith together in movies is a lot of fun. They've worked together probably just about as much times as Nero and Scorsese, to be honest. But series wedding is basically Mike and Dave need wedding dates. That's what Mike and Dave need wedding dates stole the idea from. Because series wedding obviously came first. But yeah, I think just by here, I'm going to give it to Best Exotic Marigold Herschel, but I'm not upset that Seoni's wedding's moving on.
Yeah, we'll see on his wedding's moving on 3-1 for this one. All right.
Yeah, and I'll say that if that movie's based off of Mike and Dave need a wedding date, they go way, way more in depth and do it way better than Mike and Dave. So yeah.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back versus Your Name.
Okay.
All right. I'm up first. I remember we talked about Your Name on our one of our tier rankers for animated, and I have the Blu-ray actually sitting over here. I haven't popped it in yet. I blind bought it based on Ace talking highly about it, but I haven't watched it yet. So, but I think Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is probably actually, I think me and Henry ranked them, and it was my favorite USQ movie. I love that movie a lot, so I'm gonna go Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
I haven't seen Your Name. I actually haven't seen a lot of Studio Ghibli movies. I've only seen like 4 or something like that. But if I ever like have friends or like people in my life who want to watch these movies, I'll sit down and I'll watch them. I'm not going to watch them really on my own time because it's not really my thing. But I mean, if someone else wants to, I'm open to just about anything. So I haven't seen it, but yeah, Jay and Silent Bob. Actually, I just rewatched this recently. I didn't really intend to do it for this. I mean, more so so we got an episode coming up Tuesday, best movie teams that are best groups from movies, and I just wanted to see, because it's been a minute since I've seen it. I wanted to include Scooby-Doo in the gang, and there's a scene of them hitchhiking with Scooby-Doo that I just wanted to just see. And then I was like, you know what? I haven't seen this movie forever. This movie's awesome. I'm gonna rewatch this thing. And so I just watched the whole thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. That movie's really good. So yeah.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah. Look, Your Name is a nice sweet anime. And it's basically a time traveling kind of story in which it takes place in 2 different time periods, and they end up switching bodies throughout time, and it's always complicated to try and explain.
It's like The Lake House meets Quantum Leap,
something like that. Yeah.
That might be a good one.
But that being said, I love Silent Bob Strike Back a lot. I'm going to vote for it, and all quite on the rest of the phone just got best score.
Oh,
I
wow.
was so shocked.
Wow. So that's four. That's four for All
That's
Quiet.
4
Right?
words. Yeah, I had Babylon.
I got best score. Yeah, that's what I had. I had Babylon.
Wow. How about that?
All Quiet is cleaning up.
Yeah. Well, it could be a run between Everything Everywhere, and All Quiet for who gets the most Oscars tonight. We'll see.
Yeah.
That could be good. I'm glad about All Quiet. I love that movie. That was on my top 10. I really dug it. So yeah, that's a great movie.
It makes me want to rewatch it and pay more attention to the score when I rewatch it.
The score was good. I remember it being really solid. So yeah. But anyways, Jacob, back to this match.
I haven't seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. There's quite a few Kevin Smith blind spots that I need to catch up on. But I think Your Name is incredible. Even if you don't like the story, you'll like just how beautiful this movie is. Like the animation alone is just stunning. But I personally dig the story and just everything about this movie. So I'm gonna go with Your Name.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Well, with that, Jay and Bob will take it 3-1. Jacob, you should sit down one weekend and just watch the first 5 Kevin Smith movies, because they all kind of lead up to Jay and Bob, and there's like cameos from the first 4 movies and the different characters and stuff. So it makes a nice little like build up to it. If you watch,
I've seen
Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, then watch Jay and Bob Strike Back. It'll pay off really well. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the only ones of those I haven't seen Chasing Amy or this one.
There you go. Yeah. But with that, it just makes the experience better because there's characters who pop up from the previous films, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You got The Lion King, which Malcolm didn't specify when he sent me the list, so I was tempted to put the remake on there, but I didn't. But I assumed he meant this one versus Fences. So, Jordan, you're first.
Yeah. Well, this one's pretty easy. I haven't seen Fences. It's not really one that I'm running out to see. It just looks a little slower paced and like maybe not like one that like would like be like at the top of my like movies I need to watch. So, but I'll eventually get to it because I do want to see everything Denzel's ever done. So I'll watch it eventually. But The Lion King's awesome. Like that opening song, Ma Savannah, the Circle of Life, like it's awesome. I need to actually like if I'm gonna sing it properly, like it is Swahili, so I'd like to like actually learn that because I love the song so much. It's my favorite Disney song of all time that I would take the time to actually do that at some point. But yeah, just overall though, like it's really cool. I think it's kind of. Did it take on like is it Hamlet or like one of the like Shakespeare plays? I can't remember. They kind of loosely base it on that. And yeah, there's a lot of things about friendship, about love, about like persevering, family, and death, and like all kinds of things. So and yeah, I gotta go to Lion King pretty easy. It's one of the best Disney's ever done.
Yeah, and teaching kids to forget their problems and not to fix anything, right, Jacob?
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
bad morals to teach kids.
Yeah.
Malcolm?
So yeah, I was actually the remake. just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Oh shoot!
Beyonce's song is just so good.
Yeah.
Can I change my vote? Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, one thing you'll find coming up a lot is like I seem to gravitate more to dramas than anything, and it I don't quite know why that is, to be honest, but Fences is just one of those ones that I watched. It's like because I was nominated for Oscars of 2016, I want to say. But so I thought, I'll watch it, and I ended up just loving it. It's based on a play as well, and it's just one that I just enjoyed more than I thought I was going to. And Denzel and Viola are definitely great in it. That being said, Lion King is in my top 10. I'm going for Lion King.
Sure. Yeah.
Imagine where Jacob's going, but we'll make sure.
Yeah. There's only one movie that I will vote in favor of against The Lion King. Fences is not it. Although I do really like Fences. I think Viola Davis and Denzel Washington are really good, give really good performances. I don't think I've seen it since 2016. But yeah, I still remember really enjoying it, enjoying the performances, enjoying like the the father-son relationship. I think it was really interesting. But yeah, The Lion King, it's my second favorite movie of all time. Absolutely love it. So pretty easily The Lion King.
Wow, they just showed a new Oppenheimer trailer I've never seen before. It looked really cool.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, they said they were going to start showing trailers. I think they already showed the Little Mermaid one.
It looks interesting. I didn't hate Melissa McCarthy.
I'll have to watch it after we go off the air or watch it.
She kind of has that like maniacal laugh. Like I kind of like that. So yeah, like Ursula.
I mean,
and Halle Bailey.
It looks like the trailers being shown to people in the theater. Because on my broadcast, they go to an ad break whenever they have gone to a trailer. So,
yeah, nice.
But anyways, I actually saw Fences not too long ago. Watched it for a battleground question that we never got to because I knocked out my opponent. So we never got to the fourth question about Viola Davis. So I watched it, and I even bought it on Blu-ray to watch it, and we didn't even get to it. But it was still a good movie. I'd like to actually see it on screen or on stage as the play because I think it would. Because it literally you watch the movie and it's pretty much a one location thing around the house. They don't really stray too far from it, except for a few little scenes. But yeah, I remember seeing there's clips out there of James Earl Jones doing the play in the 80s, and it's really, really good, like him playing the Denzel part. And he's really, really good. Like you see some clips on there. But yeah, having said that, Lion King, owned it on VHS when I was a kid and love it. So I'll go Lion King as well. Make it
Also, Denzel directed it.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah,
he's directed a couple movies. He's directed 3 or 4 movies. So, yeah. All right, we got Beautiful Boy versus Anchorman.
All right.
These movies could not be any different.
Well,
Yeah.
2 Steve Carell movies. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Steve Carell movies. Yeah. All right, Malcolm.
Also, the second and third Steve Carell movies are up to now.
Yeah. Malcolm is a big Steve Carell fan.
Yeah.
I'm
a fan of Steve Carell's dramatic performances, man. I think he's really one of the more interesting actors working right now, actually.
Yeah.
Really great.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll see
Somebody
Fox.
almost just tripped on stage.
Who?
I can't see who it was.
Somebody tripped.
Oh, it was Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks tripped.
We'll see Foxcatcher up next.
Yeah, it was Elizabeth
right?
Banks because there's a bear
the
on
next
stage.
matchup.
What is going on here?
Did she do some cocaine before she got on
She
stage?
might have.
Yeah.
All right. Malcolm.
But anyway, look, I love Beautiful Boy. It's a very interesting, sweet kind of story. And it's yes, it deals with a tough subject matter as well. And but Steve Carell and Timothy Chalamet are great at this. But it's saying that Anchorman is a little bit higher for me, and it's just one of my favorite comedies. Anchorman gets my votes here.
All right.
Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup because I think Beautiful Boy is a really good movie. I think Steve Carell and Timothy Chalamet as this father son. It's a really
that was Elizabeth Banks. Now they have Cocaine Bear on stage. Sorry to interrupt, but like literally Cocaine Bear's on the Oscar stage.
Yeah.
Anyways,
to present visual effects, or what I like to call the Avatar Award.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really I think the father-son relationship between Steve Carell and Timothy Chalamet is interesting, and seeing what they both go through. And there's some really heartbreaking moments in the movie. Then there's Anchorman, which is probably one of the my favorite comedies that I've seen. It's quotable. I think it's just got some just funny moments. Oh man, I could go for either one of these, but I guess I lean more towards drama. Funny enough, I used to be a comedy guy, but now I guess I lean more towards the dramas. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So I'll go Beautiful Boy.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, I haven't seen Beautiful Boy yet. Like I said, I'm trying to catch up with all of Steve Carell's sort of more dramatic stuff because he's been really good. Like in what's his name's Adam McKay's dramatic stuff, Big Short and Vice and things. I think he's really good. And way back, which made Malcolm's part 1. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I see it's on Prime, so I should get to it at some point. But yeah, Anchorman's one of my all-time favorite comedies, so I got to go Anchorman.
And yes, Avatar 1.
Yeah, well, no shit.
Yeah,
that's kind of a given.
I haven't seen it, and even I knew that.
I would have liked to have Top Gun Maverick win, but it is what it is.
I mean, with the way all Carl was going, I was half a speed net to upset.
I'm waiting for Top Gun to at least win some sound design or some.
I think it'll take
technical stuff at least. So, but yeah, Jordan.
Yeah. There's a YouTube video out that's like what if Top Gun Maverick had like even more realistic sound. You can watch it. It's actually kind of funny. They add in even more sound, even though it already has great sound. But but yeah. So this is one that I alluded to in the pre-show in the green room. I watched Beautiful Boy for this, and oh my gosh, was I ugly crying? I haven't cried this much in a movie for a long time. Even thinking about it's kind of making me a little sad. This movie is sad, but it's really powerful because and you actually learn quite a bit about what people go through when they have these addictions, because Timothy Chalamet, he's addicted to just about every drug out there, and you see him go through it, and you see Steve Carell being just this loving, caring father that just wants the best for his son and wants to help him, and then he goes to this doctor, and it basically breaks down how the drug users work, because when you use certain drugs, they're essentially destroying all your nerves and your nerve endings. So in order to feel high and to feel something from it, you have to do more and more and more and more in order to feel anything. So it just gets worse and worse, and eventually he gets to the point where like he just realized that like there's nothing that he can do. His son is probably going to die from this. I mean, I won't spoil if he does or not, but it's just like really heartbreaking. Like just seeing just a helpless father, and there's just nothing that he can do, and he's trying everything that he can, and it's not working. So yeah, and like usually I would vote for Anchorman, because like you go from Steve Carell giving like a really deep and like meaningful performance versus just like a comedic kind of just like brain dead kind of like I don't know why we're yelling, or like I love lamp, or like all these weird things, and so, or like eating weird sandwiches made of coffee filters and weird stuff. So but they're both good, but yeah, like I'm just really high off of the Beautiful Boy. Let's see what I did there. High. So yeah, let's go for Beautiful Boy, even though I know it's not going to win, but
well, we'll see. It's a tie, and it goes to Jacob, so we'll see.
Oh, it's a tie.
It will win, because
it's 3-1.
I'm going to go Beautiful Boy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Never say never, especially if you're not counting the votes.
Yeah, I didn't know anyone had even voted for it. I thought everyone went.
Well, I think I was looking over the matches. This one's going to hurt you, Jordan. The Matrix versus Batman Begins.
Oh, yeah.
So one of Jordan's favorite movies of all time versus his favorite Nolan Batman. So,
yeah.
Yeah. But Jacob's up first. You got a minute to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's kind of close. I mean, I've only seen The Matrix the one time, but I thought it was incredible. Even though I was kind of late to it, I still put myself in like, hey, you gotta remember when this came out, and yeah, for when it came out, like just thinking back to the time period, like it's really good. Batman Begins is really good as well. It's a great origin story. So I think just based off the number of rewatches, I've seen Batman Begins more, so I'm gonna go with Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Based off the rewatches, I have to go with The Matrix, because the first DVD we ever owned, Jacob, back in 2000, with our computer that had a DVD-ROM drive, which was brand new at the time, and we put on The Matrix. I watched the lobby scene over and over again, because you could hit that back scene button and just start it right back over again, and that's what I did, and it was great.
Yep.
And actually, the DVD was cool. It had all these like Easter eggs where if you like clicked on weird parts of the screen, like it would start like other special features and stuff. Like it was pretty cool at the time. But yeah, I've seen The Matrix probably like 100 times. And Batman Begins is great. No, like it gets better every time I watch it. But Matrix is one of my all-timers. So I gotta go Matrix.
Yeah, and like I can't remember. Like I almost wondered. I had the same DVD. Like it's one of those ones where you leave it playing for so long.
Snap case DVD, yeah, and it just had like a montage at the beginning that just played over and over again, like a little montage.
Yeah, there were certain DVDs back in the day. If you leave them playing for so long, like even more things would even pop up. I know, like the Austin Powers DVD. If you leave it playing, like an entire different menu pops up. Like that's really crazy. So with like more stuff to check out, but yeah. The Matrix was almost the first DVD that I bought. It was the third, and I made a couple mistakes when I bought my first two DVDs. The first one was Mission Impossible 2, which is okay, and then also I'm like spacing that like God one with Eddie Murphy, where he's playing like
Holy Man.
Yeah, Holy Man. Yeah, that was one of the first ones also. So those two. Holy Man.
Yeah. Can I tell you my first three? I remember distinctly my first three DVDs, Jordan. The Matrix, Rush Hour, the original DVD, and Beverly Hills Ninja was one of my first.
Oh, nice. Well, you made some much better decisions than me. So because I'm actually Rush Hour was the final VHS I ever bought. So before those went out. But yeah, here it's tough. Like I don't know, like I could literally go either way, but I mean, The Matrix is just so high on my list. It's my number 2 favorite movie of all time. So let's go Matrix.
All right, Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I love The Matrix, and I kind of respect of what it did sort of for sci-fi, and it's kind of the trailblazers for some like visionary effects and stuff and that. But Batman Begins is definitely my favorite out of the Dark Knight trilogy. And I think it's just a really solid movie overall. So I'm going to go Batman Begins.
All right. We have another tie, and it goes to me. And I'm going to flip and say Batman Begins. So.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's fine.
Why not?
But yeah, why not?
Why not?
But
fuck it. Why not?
But also too, Sarah, she was mentioning it to me that she likes the live action, but she doesn't consider the live action one to be that. She says the Broadway is her live action. So the live action and the cartoon are great. Of the Lion King.
Oh, the Lion. Okay, yeah.
You mean the live action that got nominated for Best Animated at the Golden Globes?
Yeah, right.
I guess.
Well, technically, it's all CGI, so they're not wrong. But
yeah.
All right, we got Zombieland versus About Time. Ooh. All right, and we'll go to me first. Yeah, I've seen About Time. I saw it once. Yeah, good movie. Very emotional story. I haven't seen it since the one time I watched it, though. I'm probably due for a rewatch. But yeah, I've seen Zombieland a whole bunch of times. And yeah, best opening credit sequence ever. So Zombieland.
Yeah. Yeah, these are both really good. Like I really like About Time. I talked about another movie that'll make you cry. Like this movie, like it's a really great story about love, but between like a husband and wife or girlfriend that he's with, and then also between father and son too. There's that too. So they're both really good. But yeah, Zombieland though, that's on my 128. That movie is awesome. I love all the zombie kills. You had that opening credit scene. I love the dynamic between Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg. I think it just works. And actually, like there's some movies where Jesse Eisenberg gets a little annoying to me, but in this one I really like it. Like he's like talking about, but like brushing the hair over a girl's ear. Like, he's never been able to do that before, and eating golden grams out of a like plastic bag and all this weird stuff. But I kind of like all the little quirkiness that he has. So it's kind of fun. So I'll vote for Zombieland.
Hey, and he's a big fan of Mountain Dew Code Red, and so am I.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Mountain Dew Code Red.
Yeah.
And also, I was going to mention, I totally forgot that the Oscars performs all the songs that are nominated for the best original song. For some reason, I don't only thinking that was the winner. So that's cool to see.
Yeah, they do that. But it's cool, but I wish they would save some time and just perform the winner, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like it just depends because you might not gonna like every song that's nominated. Yeah.
Me. But Malcolm?
I mean, to be fair, with this year's nominations, I think some of those songs are just beautiful, and I think they all deserve to be performed. Maybe not the Guy and Roller one, but the other ones, yeah, definitely. But that being said, I do really enjoy Zombieland, but About Time I really enjoy a lot more. I think Bull Nighy's great, and I think Domhnall Gleeson's great, and it's just one that keeps actually climbing up my 128 every time I watch. So About Time.
Yeah, Jacob. What do you think?
Yeah, I enjoy both these movies. I think Zombieland's a lot of fun. About Time, it's a great, romance, time travel movie. Probably the one I would, if both of them were in front of me, I'd probably pick About Time first. So I'll go with About Time.
All right. Yeah. So with that, we have another tie, but Jordan's got it this time.
Yeah, this one's kind of easy because I like Zombieland quite a bit more, so I'll go Zombieland.
All right, Zombieland, and we'll go to The Princess and the Frog versus Marley and Me.
Ooh.
All right,
good family pick.
Yeah, Jordan.
And also, Malcolm, you got to keep bringing up these movies that make you cry because Marley and Me is another one. Yeah, like any movie where a dog dies, I don't know why that it just gets me. And I don't even have pets now, but I have had dogs and cats and other pets, but I just don't currently. But and then The Princess and the Frog was one I was pretty late to. I only saw it for the first time like 2 years ago or so, and It's really good. I really like the songs and the characters. I like that song "I've Got Friends on the Other Side." That's a fun one. And then I just like the whole dynamic of like reversing it. So Tiana gets turned into the frog. I'm a little like slightly annoyed, not majorly, but slightly, that they're gonna switch Splash Mountain at Disney. They're gonna turn it into like Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's like, just keep it what it is. It's not that racist. That's people being like annoying about zippity doodah and all that stuff. But anyways, but between these two movies, I probably I like them pretty equal. So it's kind of tough, but I think Marley and Me hits me just a little more. So I'll go Marley and Me.
All right,
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Like Princess and the Frog is definitely one that I go to a lot more. It's one that, I mean, like, I've watched it a few times since the first time I saw it was a couple of years ago, but I've watched it a few times since then. It was enough to cement its place on my 128. Marley and Me is another one that it just hit me in a way that I never expected. Like, having actually lost a dog before, it's just one of those ones that really spoke to me, and I think the way they did the story is just really heartwarming. But that being said, I'm still going to go Princess and the Frog.
All right.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah, Marley and Me was a really good one-time watch. I don't need to watch it again. It's just something about dogs, and yeah, it got me. But Princess and the Frog, it's a fun animated movie. Got some good music. Got a great voice cast. So I'll probably rewatch that before I rewatch Marley and Me. So I'll go Princess and the Frog.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you guys voted in Schindler's List. That's not really rewatchable. But anyway,
I've seen Schindler's List probably 8 or 9 times. Like, I think it's important.
Oh, wow.
Movie. Yeah, I mean, not like one I put on a lot, but I'll watch it once a year.
I've seen it twice, and I don't know if I'm ever going
just to study it as a filmmaking exercise. You know what I mean?
Sure,
like, I'll watch it as that. And I'll listen to commentaries and stuff and do watch alongs, things like that. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen either one of these. Princess of the Frog just never got around to it, and Marley and Me, I'm not going to watch it because I know the dog dies, so I'm just not going to watch that. I don't want to do that because I have lost dogs in my life, and I don't want to go through that. So I'm more likely to watch Princess and the Frog because the dog doesn't die. So Princess and the Frog, that's my vote.
No.
Yeah. All right, and we're going to go down to Pulp Fiction versus A Man for All Seasons.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Yeah. So Pulp Fiction comes up a lot. It's a great movie, and all that. But A Man for All Seasons is one that I actually rewatched just to be for this, and it just I still had the same amount of love that I did before, and on my thumbnail is that pictures of like me performing in the play when I was a young lad, and so just because Pulp Fiction shows up a lot, Man for All Seasons really doesn't. I'm going to go Man for All Seasons.
Okay.
Yeah. Jacob. What do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen A Man for All Seasons, so and Everything Everywhere just won original screenplay.
So are they tied, or is All Quiet Still Ahead with 4-3?
I think it's 4-3 right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
because Michelle Yeoh hasn't won Best Actress yet.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, she's going to get past Kate Blanchett. We'll see if
that's a race.
We'll see if the Academy has the balls to give it to somebody besides Kate Blanchett and Meryl Streep every time.
Yeah, right.
I think they'll win director too, though. So I think
they might.
Yeah.
They have a few shots. But yeah, no, I haven't seen A Man for All Seasons. Pulp Fiction, another one. Like if we're talking about just like the greatest movies made, I think Pulp Fiction is in that discussion. So I'm gonna go with Pulp Fiction because I've seen it and it's great.
Oh, Austin.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard of A Man for All Seasons until Malcolm put it on his list, but I did look it up. It's directed by Fred Zinnemann, who did High Noon, so I am somewhat interested because I'm a big fan of High Noon. But yeah, Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I agree with Jacob. If Henry wanted to do this one show where we all submitted a list of like 10 objectively greatest movies of all time or something, just objectively for cinema, and I put Pulp Fiction on the list because I think I can objectively say I think it's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Me too.
So yeah, I'll go with Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Even though it's not my personal favorite Tarantino movie, I would still put it on a list of the greatest movies of all time, if that makes sense. Like, it just is.
Yeah. Makes sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Man for All Seasons, is that based on a play? I think it's based on a play, right?
Malcolm was in the play.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. From our thumbnail here.
Yep.
I was gonna actually throw it up there. You can see him there in the play on both sides.
Yep.
So, yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, so I've never seen it though, but I do like Robert Shaw because it says he was in the movie, so that's cool. I appreciate that, but yeah, Pulp Fiction is like basically a masterpiece. Like it's so good. Like it's one that like should be studied in film classes and like just like looked at as one of the greatest of all time they ever made. So yeah, it's got to be Pulp Fiction.
All right, Pulp Fiction. And we'll go down to, we've got The Empire Strikes Back versus Avengers Endgame.
Ooh.
Yeah. I told you there'll be some tough matches on here.
Yeah.
All random, I swear.
Make it easy on us.
But yeah, it's Jacob first.
Yeah, I said ooh because I really do enjoy Endgame, but Empire is another top 10 for me. It was a few weeks ago. I put on a movie as I was, just laying down, getting ready for bed. I was like, I'll fall asleep to this tonight. Why not? Didn't end up falling asleep to it. Ended up watching the whole thing because it's just that good. So I'm gonna go with Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. No, I do like Endgame. I know it makes people think I don't like it, but like I think it's good. I just like Infinity War more, and I have my problems with Endgame the more I watch it. But Empire. It was funny. I was actually unpacking my bags at my Vegas Planet Hollywood hotel, and I was flipping around on the TV just to find, something while I was unpacking, and like Empire was on, and ended up watching like an hour of it. It was like the end of the Hoth battle, and like I watched all the stuff with Han and Leia, like in the asteroid field. Like I was like, God damn, I forgot how good this movie is. Like I wanted to watch the rest of it. But yeah, I grew up with that movie. It was a staple of my life. So yeah, I got to go Empire.
Yeah. So. Like my views on Empire's kind of changed a little bit because like I listened to someone who saw it in the theater for the first time and like if I were to just put myself in there the shoes of someone seeing it in the theater for the very first time, that movie hits like so powerfully. Like it ends on a cliffhanger. Like the good guys do not win this battle. They do not. And then you have Han like going down to the carbonite. You have Chewie just freaking out and like you connect so much with a Wookiee that like he just goes crazy on all these guys and like you don't know what's gonna happen to Han. He's this beloved character.
It's kind of like Infinity War.
Yeah, it's like really powerful. So like my opinion is starting to change, but it's not quite there yet because Avengers Endgame is in my top 10 of all time. Just like the culmination of like what it took to actually get here and to see all those characters team up and then you have main characters die and you have some like really powerful moments within the movie that I think I still got to go with Avengers Endgame, but Empire's slowly creeping up my 128 list. So yeah, right. But going with Endgame.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean I'm a big fan of Star Wars in general. Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. But that being said, Endgame is my favorite MCU movie of all time at this stage as well. But yeah, and But Endgame is probably what I'm going with here. It's in my top 10. Empire's just outside of it, so Endgame.
All right, we have another tie, and it goes to Malcolm, the man of the hour.
Ooh.
Well, this is the Empire Strikes Back's Endgame, so Endgame moves on.
All right.
Yeah. I didn't see what the. Oh, it was Women Talking one.
Women Talking one.
Yeah, Women Talking.
Original
Screenplay.
screenplay.
Okay.
Screenplay? Okay. Yeah.
Or adapted.
Yeah, it's just adapted. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. We'll go down to next. We have The Devil Wears Prada and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Speaking of Michelle Yeoh. Yeah.
Man, we need Chris Scott here because he hates Crouching Tiger. He can go on a rant about it.
I won't go on a rant about it, but I hate it too. I don't like that movie at all.
Oh, really? Oh.
I thought I'd said that before. I don't like Crouching Tiger. I think we talked about it on our action movies of the 2000s.
Yeah.
I don't like that movie. I'm not a fan of this. Like, I like martial arts movies, but I don't like martial arts movies where they're doing ballet on fucking tree branches and shit and flying all over the place. And like I like my shit like John Wick, where it's kind of, or The Raid, where it's like grounded more in fucking reality. You know what I mean? Just like people actually fighting and not floating around and being silly. Like, unless it's like a parody of that, like it's Kung Pao Under the Fist or something like that. You know? I'm gonna go with The Devil Wears Prada because I've only seen it once, but it's got some good performances and it's I'd rather watch it than Crouching Tiger, so I'll go Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah. Well, you really are sick, Austin. You're fogging up your
I know. Screen. I think I accidentally had some phlegm going in my bed.
It's all good. So I've never seen The Devil Wears Prada. It just doesn't really seem like anything that would interest me. But I mean, you never know till you see it, so I can't say I dislike it. I just haven't seen it. So, but Crouching Tiger, though, I actually don't love it. I mean, I think it's fine. I think it's okay. Like, I kind of see the fantasy aspect of it, and it kind of helps me be okay with them just doing ballet on the trees and stuff. But so. I mean, I think I'll vote for Crouching Tiger here. I don't know if I'll vote for it much further than this, but I'll give it a vote here. So, Malcolm?
These are literally right beside each other on my list.
Make it nice and easy.
It's tough. I love Devil Wears Prada, and I think Meryl Streep is great. But I love my martial arts when people are about doing ballet on poles. So I'm going to go Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, I like both these movies. It's been a while since I've seen either of them. So I have to go with that. If both of these were in front of me, which one would I want to put on first? And that's probably right now The Devil Wears Prada.
Okay. With that, we have another tie, and Mr. Barber, you've got the honors this time.
I'll stick with Devil Wears Prada.
All right. Well, The Devil Wears Prada.
To be fair, though, I do think Crouching Tiger has like some similar wire work to like the Matrix and stuff. So but
the Matrix it makes sense because they're in a world where they can bend gravity and shit, and that's part of the rules of the world. You know what I mean? Where it's true. Like, oh, you can float around if you want to. They're in a simulation. It's not like them just jumping around for no goddamn reason. You know what I mean? So all right, got Spider-Man: No Way Home versus Paddington.
All right.
Jordan.
Well,
I guess.
This is like the easiest match of like all time that I've ever done on here because I'm not a Paddington guy. I won't crap on the movie any for right now because I know that like people love it and stuff. I just don't see it. I have seen the first one, so that's why I gotta easily go Spider-Man: No Way Home because this movie rules. I'm a huge Spider-Man guy. And I love where it ends. I'm really hyped for the next Spider-Man movie. So let's go Spider-Man: No Way Home.
All right, Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Well, I mean, I'm glad Paddington 2's already made the championship from part 1. But I really love Paddington. Said I've got to go Spider-Man No Way Home because one, I know if it goes to a tie, I know who it's going to. So yeah, No Way Home gets my vote.
Sure, good logic there. Jacob.
This might be the only time that Paddington gets swept because I love Paddington. I love both these movies, but I don't know. The something about No Way Home just hit for me. I've seen this like 5 or 6 times already since the theater. I love this movie. It creeps up every single time I watch it. The emotion is there. I think it's really well acted too. I think this is the best Tom Holland has been in the MCU. Probably just the best he's been in a movie that I've seen of his. Period. I think he's just really, really good. That scene on the roof of the school is really good. I love seeing all these, past characters back. Jamie Foxx was actually really good in this movie. I like seeing Alfred Molina back, Willem Dafoe, and their characters. So, kind of wish, Lizard and what's his name, Sandman had a little bit more to do.
Yeah.
But,
thanks for coming, Rice Eye fans, and Thomasine Church or whatever. Or what's his name? Thomasine Church. Yeah, thanks for coming, but we just need you for this quick green screen cameo, and you can get on your way.
So I'm gonna go No Way Home, and we might see Top Gun finally win an Oscar because they're doing sound right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so at least it'll win something. Easiest vote of the night. I don't like Paddington. You know that. So I won't rant about it, but I'll just vote for Spider-Man and we'll move on. So, all right.
Just make it quick.
All right. Well, that's it for that side. So we'll move to the other side as we continue our Oscar watch along and get to the other half here. A couple of matches here and there. Got some good matches coming up as we'll see what's on the other side here. I know there's some tough matches on the other side. I kind of glanced through it, so it's not going to be the only tough ones of the night over here.
Yeah.
So we shall see. Let's get over to the other side here.
And Top Gun Run.
Top Gun 1.
Nice.
So this is almost the technical stuff. All right, we got.
Yeah, like I was almost wondering if All Quiet was going to win another one.
Had a shot for sure. Yeah. Midsommar versus In the Heights. And we will go to Malcolm first, back down on the bottom.
This is tough because both of these are really good movies. But yeah, it's just one of those ones that In the Heights is a really great musical. I know like Jordan wasn't too happy with the fact that it was like mostly songs, but it's one of those ones like as said in the comments, like there's 2 different types of musicals. There's the ones that is like songs and a bit of dialogue sequences and songs, but there's also the ones like especially the Lin-Manuel ones where it's mostly songs, which I think is done in a way that you can just if you just on a 4-hour drive you can just listen to the music and still get the whole story as well. I love Midsommar and I really hate voting against Florence Pugh, but I love In the Heights more so In the Heights.
All right.
Jacob.
Yeah, I really enjoyed both of these movies. I thought they were both really good. So it's just a matter of like my what's my personal preference. I lean more towards musicals than I do horror. So I'll go with In the Heights.
Yeah.
Well, Austin.
Yeah, I actually have seen In the Heights. Sat down and watched it. To me, I'm kind of with Jordan. I think it's a little overstuffed and a little overlong. I don't like. Literally, I told him in a comment. I was like, I swear there's a part of this movie, and I swear maybe Jordan can confirm it, where they end a song and like 2 minutes later there's another song, and I was just like, are you serious? Like we can't even have like 5 minutes in between
less
songs.
Than that, probably,
it was like less than that, and I was just like, I don't mind a musical if they take a little time in between the songs, do some character work, do some, move the story along. But I don't like these musicals where it's just literally hammering one song after another, after another, after another. Like I'm over it. I think it lessens the impact of the songs, just for me personally, when you're just cramming them all in there. That's just me. I don't think it's a bad movie. I enjoyed the character work and some of the stories, but it's just too much. But yeah, I got to go Midsommar. I really like it. It's a good horror movie. So Midsommar for me.
I think that's a fair criticism for musicals. But when people say there was too much singing, I was like, well, it's a musical.
Well, I
So
know.
What do you mean there's too? So what do you mean there's too much?
Yeah, I expect there to be songs. To me, it was just like I wish there was some more space between the songs.
Right. See that's fair. But when
like
people
literally,
say,
I swear to God, I'm 100% certain there was one that ended, and like 90 seconds later, there was another song, and I was just like, oh, are you serious? Come on!
I think
like,
I know what you're talking. I think I remember where that happened.
Give me 5 minutes.
I had the same thought
because like Grease,
Yeah.
you can watch Grease, and there's like they'll do a song, but then there'll be like 10 minutes of like scenes, and then they'll do another song, and I'm okay with that. I'm a Mary Poppins. I'll have like 10 minutes of stuff, then another song. Like, give me something like that. Space them out a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Not to one original song.
Ooh, okay. Speaking of songs, yes, that was my favorite to win it. But yeah, like I'm the same way. Like, I think In the Heights could have been really, really good because like I really like the acting performances and I really like what they did with the graphics and the special effects, you know, like they did cool things with graffiti and like them like having things like when they're making gestures, there's cool little graphics popping up, and I really hope to maybe see one of the guys, Anthony Ramos, like one of the main guys, get some more like movies and things to do because he was really good in it. But yeah, there's just way too many songs. They probably could have cut like 1 to 2 songs out, and that would have been about perfect to have that spacing in there. You know, just a little overstuffed for me, and. Yeah, like I really wanted to like it because, and I thought that Melissa Barea looked more gorgeous than she's ever looked before, and she was in Scream, and so I was happy to see her there. So yeah, but yeah, Midsommar though just like it blew me away. That movie is easily in my 128 of all time, and yeah, it's just a really like crazy cult kind of. Some psychological stuff in there too, and it's just like really unique for a horror movie. So yeah, I gotta go with Midsommar.
All right. Well, I've got the tie, and sorry, Malcolm, I can't put through the
yeah. I believe Anthony Ramos is in the new Transformers movie that's coming.
Yeah.
I
think and I think he's also playing the villain in one of the MCU movies coming up as well.
Yeah, he was really good.
I can't remember what one he is.
Like I don't have any problem with the performances and some of the story stuff. I just thought the movie was over long and overstuffed. That's all it was.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
And I think if I remember rightly, I think in the original Broadway production, I think they did actually cut some songs from that. They just removed for a movie. So
right.
Okay, but yeah, and I was going to say I didn't know Corey Hawkins could sing like that. He's pretty good too. So yeah.
All right, we got Kramer versus Dr. Sleep. All right, Jacob.
All right. I have not seen Kramer versus Kramer, and I actually prefer Dr. Sleep over The Shining. I think Dr. Sleep is really good. I like Ewan McGregor. I can't remember the girl's name right now, but I think she's really good. Yeah, I really dig it. I'm not a big horror guy, but this is one that I can see myself going back to. Pretty often, actually. I think it's really good. So I'm gonna go with Dr. Sleep.
Yeah.
And why would they have John Travolta come and present after the whole like a Dilda's thing? like don't have him present. You can have him there, but he doesn't need to present.
No, he was just introducing it in memoriam. They usually do have someone introducing it as well.
Okay. Well, as long as you can get the names right, that's cool. Austin.
Yeah, I like Dr. Sleep a lot. I'm a big Mike Flanagan fan. I think he makes really solid work. I'll show some love to Kramer versus Kramer because I know not a lot of people have seen it, but it's a really good sort of divorce movie that I think more people should see, especially if guys like me and you, Jordan, have actually been through that. You can probably go back and watch it. I think it's it's almost like you want to go back and see like a 70s version of like a Marriage Story. Like with Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep, you know what I mean? Like kind of an older version of that. It works pretty well. You should go back and see that kind of a custody battle thing going on in that movie. It's actually very because in Marriage Story don't they have a kid too, like a little kid? So like a couple divorcing with a kid, like something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's very very similar. So yeah, if you like that movie, you should go back and watch Kramer vs. Kramer. It's really good. I'll give it some love and give it a vote because I kind of know where this is gonna go, but I'll give it a vote.
Yeah. Well, technically, I won't get into too many details, but but like I'm still going through the divorce stuff because that is a long process. Like we've already filled out about 10 pieces of paperwork, and then we think it's all done, and then they're like, no, you got to come to the courthouse and fill out one last piece of paperwork. And we're like, what?
Shit.
We're like, what is this about? Like, what the hell?
My wife went to a courthouse on Thursday, and by Monday we were done.
Really? Well, like it's just probably because
that was Florida. Also, it's very, very quick and easy in Florida.
Yeah, see, like where I live, they like draw it out, and my ex was in another state, so I got to deal with like.
We filed the paperwork on a Thursday. We went to the little mediation thing on Monday, and we were done. It was official 3 days later.
Man, that would have been nice because to get her out of my life, please, please. Yeah. But anyways, I haven't seen Kramer versus Kramer. I actually looked at it as far as like which movies I wanted to watch from Malcolm's list that I had time for. I probably would have watched if I would have had like another day or so to watch some movies because they look pretty interesting from the synopsis. But because doesn't it have Dustin Hoffman? I think that's
it's Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep.
Yeah, and Meryl Streep. Yeah, so but yeah, Doctor Sleep's awesome though. I freaking love Doctor Sleep. Like, that was the first movie that I ever saw in an AMC Prime. And man, that worked really, really well. Like, and like I actually like it a lot better than The Shining. I like it for my personal preference. I like it better. I know like there's probably a debate there to be had, but yeah, I really like Ewan McGregor. I like the one that plays the Rose of the Hat. She was good. I forget her name, but Rebecca.
Ferguson.
Yeah. I get the two mixed up. The two Rebeccas. My bad.
Yeah. And then a little kid too. I always forget the little kid's name, but he's great too. So Timothy something? I can't remember, but anyways, yeah. Doctor Sleep is awesome. And one of these days, if anyone can ever find a place for it in my closet, I have a huge about 10-foot tall banner that they had hang up in my movie theater that I worked at, and I don't have any room for it. But if anyone has use for like a 10-foot tall, huge banner for Doctor Sleep, like you can probably just have it, or we'll do it as a giveaway eventually. But yeah, so I'll go for Doctor Sleep though.
All right,
Malcolm.
I will say Kramer versus Doctor Sleep sounds like a weird crossover movie. But Kramer versus Kramer is a really good movie. It's definitely one of those heartbreaking like divorce stories that plays with your heartstrings and that. Like, I mean, I've never gone through it, but it makes me glad that I've never gone through it because both that and Marriage Story both really show the dark sides of how bad it can get at times. But that being said, I like Doctor Sleep a lot. Just like Jacob, I think I just about prefer it more than The Shining. So I'm gonna go Doctor Sleep.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, and I can't wait to go back because I always go back over the in memoriam for the Oscars. They always leave out like one or two people. Like I don't know how, but they do. So I want to go see if they left anybody out.
All right, we got Freaky versus Avengers: Infinity War.
Ooh,
me. Up first, I like Freaky. I just wasn't as over the moon about it as everybody else. I thought it was good, but I freaking hated what's her name in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I thought she was annoying in that movie. Yeah, Catherine Newton. I did not like her. I don't like the recasting. Really? Yeah, I liked the girl in the first two Ant-Man movies, and then they replaced her with her, and I thought her character was obnoxious. Like, I don't know. I didn't dig it. So,
well, every character in the MCU has to be a scientist and has to be able to figure out.
Everybody is like the smartest person on Earth that can make. Everybody has to be a superhero, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I think that lessens the impact of superheroes, but that's another rant for another day. But anyway, speaking of superheroes, I'm going to go with Infinity War because it's my favorite movie. So,
yeah, sure. Like this one's kind of interesting. I really do like Freaky, and like if it were like maybe like right after the Infinity War was released, I would easily go Freaky. But the movie's growing on me, and I've actually grown to love it. It's in my 128 now, but it didn't start out there. It started a lot lower. I didn't appreciate it when it first came out, but and I thought a lot of things were a cop out, but I know better now. But yeah, Freaky was a lot of fun to like revisit during Halloween Horror Nights. That was cool to see some of the things from it. But I think Infinity War probably deserves to go on. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get an Endgame versus Infinity War match. You never know. So
You never know.
yeah. Malcolm.
Freaky is just one of those surprises that came out of nowhere. But yeah, maybe after a few rewatches, it might eventually surpass Infinity War. But for now, it's just still really low on my list, and I'm going to go Infinity War.
Yeah.
Jacob?
I have not seen Freaky. I love Infinity War. It goes higher and higher up on my personal list every time I watch it. It's like it's borderline top 10 for me now. I love that movie. So Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Also, though, I will say Freaky 2 is actually one of those movies that goes higher up.
We're talking about
my
Freaky
list.
1 right now?
Well, yeah. Well, Freaky also kind of goes up and up.
Jacob, it never gets old.
It never gets
funny. It's always funny. Although I've heard rumors we might actually be getting a Freaky 2, in all seriousness. That he might be doing a sequel to it. We'll see. So
I wonder how that would work. I don't know.
I just the concept, maybe doing it again with different actors. I don't know, but I've heard that guy. I would like to see him instead get to complete his Happy Death Day trilogy. Actually, over that right now.
Yeah, same here. Yeah,
because they kind of set that last one set it up for another sequel. So yeah. All right, got How to Train Your Dragon.
All right.
Versus Shawshank.
Ooh, Everything Everywhere, just one film editing.
Oh, so it's tied with All Quiet now. 4-4. All right. Jordan, you're up first on this one.
All right. Yeah, I think I hit something on my app and it like resets to the beginning. I gotta fix that in a minute. But How to Train Your Dragon. Is that the first one? Or
it's the original one. It's just the poster that says it's in 3D.
Okay. I was trying to figure that out. But yeah, like both of these are movies that I really like, but I'm not quite on the love like to be able to say that I love them. But so I think I got to use Jacob's logic. If they're both right in front of me, which one would I rather watch more? Because it kind of comes down to that. And I think it's probably going to be How to Train Your Dragon. Honestly, I'd probably rewatch that more right now, and maybe it could be slightly higher for me. So yeah, How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, Shawshank, Jordan, you just have to watch it every Sunday afternoon on TNT, like we all did in the 90s.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. All right,
that and Jaws just kept the lights on TNT for the longest time in the 90s. And Forrest Gump. Yeah, Forrest Gump was on a lot too. Malcolm.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when I rated Shawshank Redemption 3 stars and JPO gave me shit for it. Well, JPO is now in my 128. Are you happy?
Yeah,
he's probably not watching, but yeah, I do like Shawshank Redemption. I rewatched it for one of the Mankins that was coming up just to see how I still felt. I think it was Morgan Freeman movies they were doing at the time, and it just jumped up a little bit more. But that being said, I've got How to Train Dragon higher. It's one of those ones that I just really adore. So How to Train Dragon gets my vote here.
All right, Jake.
Yeah, I get the love for Shawshank. It is a really, really good movie. But I think when we're talking about favorites, sometimes you just got to go with your personal preference. And me being the animated guy, I think How to Train Your Dragon is one of the better animated movies to come out in the last 15 years, however long it's been since it came out. I think it was 2010 actually, so 13 years. But it's been but this one, the entire trilogy is really good. I like the world that they build, so I think it's a great jumping off point. Very skeptical because I hear they're trying to do a live action. Very skeptical.
Yeah,
I hope that gets shelved because I think this is like nearly a perfect animated movie. I'm gonna go with How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, fair enough. I would have gone with Shawshank, but I will say, I own the whole trilogy on Blu-ray. I have a little pack. It's those, they're all quality movies, and I would not mind at all if my young niece, when she starts getting into movies, kids will watch, just like they'll lock in on a couple of movies for like a week, you know what I mean, and they'll just watch them over and over again. Like, I told my sister who had the kid, I said, my Blu-rays over here and DVDs will only be quality animated movies that I don't mind having on multiple times. No Frozen in this house, or Frozen 2. So if you want to put on How to Train Your Dragon or Shrek or the Madagascars, those old Disney movies, like, I'll be happy with those, but no Frozen. So, but I would have gone for Shawshank, but I don't mind How to Train Your Dragon going on. So, all right, we got Her versus Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Everything Everywhere just overtook All Quiet because they just won director.
Oh wow.
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna ask to make sure that my app went back to where it's supposed to. I'm seeing Best Director, so I'm making sure that's where it is.
I think they could win 2 more.
Good.
Yeah.
I think they could win Actress and Picture.
Oh yeah.
So they just did director. That means they're going to do actor and actress next, right?
And then actor and actress, and then picture.
Yeah. Okay, so it's coming up soon. We'll keep everybody posted as we're going. So all right, Malcolm, you're up first for this one though. Her and Prisoner of Azkaban.
This is low key tough for me because I do I think Her is a really good movie. It's definitely one that I was really surprised at, but Prisoner of Azkaban is probably my favorite Harry Potter movie out of the lot there. It's not by much, but I'm just going to go Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't seen Her. It's a big blind spot because I've heard nothing but good things about it. But yeah, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite of the series. It's also pretty high up on just like my personal favorite movies. I think the first 2 very, very much more kid friendly, and then this is where it kind of starts to get darker, and I think Alfonso Cuarón does a really good job with this movie. Introduced to Sirius. I think Gary Oldman is incredible. Lupin being introduced, just the introduction of some of these characters. I think it's a really good entry into the franchise. So I'm gonna go with Harry Potter.
Yeah, Austin.
Well, you guys know me. I'm not a big Harry Potter guy. I do like Harry Potter at Universal Studios. That's a lot of fun. I like the rides and the world and stuff. Interacting with it in real life. I'm just not a big fan. Oddly enough, I rewatched Prisoner of Azkaban for my match last year with Chad Webb at Battleground because I had to do a Harry Potter question about Gary Oldman. So I did rewatch that. But I'll go with Her. And Jacob, if you haven't seen it, you really should, because I think we're about 10 years away from people actually having relationships with AI like bots, which is what this room is about. Like, I'm basically having a relationship with like a artificial intelligent like computer person, basically. So I think we're very actually close to that in real life. So you should watch it. It's very prophetic for sure. This movie was 10 years ago. It's like 2013. So yeah, I mean, I don't think we're that far away from it. So, but I'm gonna vote Her. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, like I think we're at the point of time in the world where like there's different points where like they make a lot of advances in technology, and like right now at this point it's like AI, especially the past year. It's been like leaps and bounds with AI. So
hey, there are literally apps now that are like fake chat girlfriends that you could download.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting close to like an actual like artificially intelligent one you can like speak to with like a voice. Like we're getting very, very close. Yeah.
They have fake chat girlfriends, and then they also have ones that'll like make you actual like photos and pictures of what they would look like. Also,
yep.
So it's kind of it's crazy, but just because I feel like Her's on this bracket all the time, but I feel like it never gets any love. It never seems to make it out of the first or second round, and I feel like it deserves to. And I think that the Harry Potter movies are great. This one's like not one of my favorite ones, but it's still good. I like all the Harry Potter movies from the original series. I think they're all great, but I kind of want to show some love to Her just because like it's a really crazy story, and like the possibilities of AI, of them just turning on you or like disappearing or breaking down or whatever. It's really interesting. So yeah. So I'll go her.
You've got the tiebreaker, Jordan.
Well, let's go her. Let's show some love to her. Yeah.
All right.
To who?
To her.
To her.
Who?
I'm not gonna tell you her name. We'll just call her.
Yeah. I wish Spike Jonze would come back to making movies. He's made really good movies over the years, and he hasn't made one in a long time. So I wish.
Yeah, he did the
How long
Beast
till
Boys
someone makes him?
documentary. That was the last one that I've heard from him. So that was really good, actually. One of the best.
I got 10 Things I Hate About You versus Scream.
Ooh, good 90s matchup.
Yeah.
Jacob.
Oh, I would be first.
Tough.
This is a tough one. I really enjoy both of these movies. I think 10 Things I Hate About You and Scream both have really good performances from a pretty good cast. I kind of want to go with 10 Things I Hate About You just because it's got that Washington State connection. But I've kind of been on the high of the Scream franchise. I've been really into it the last couple of years. I still haven't seen the new one. I need to, and I'm really excited for that. So really I'll go Scream.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, I actually went to the theater today. I did a double of Creed 3 and Scream 6 today, this afternoon.
Oh, nice.
And just to set it,
two best movies of the year so far.
Just to set people at ease, I know I was sick. I sat in that bottom handicap row just to make sure I wasn't sitting in next to
okay. Sure.
So I was safe about it. I stayed away from everybody. But yeah, I've actually never seen 10 Things I Hate About You. I actually have the Blu-ray right here. I've just never watched it yet. It's in my. I pulled out slightly like all the movies I'm going to try to get to this year. Like pulled them out on my collection like 2 inches. So stuff I need to get to. I'll get to it. But yeah, the original Scream is pretty great. And I thought Scream 6 was better than Scream 5. I'll just leave it at that. So I'll go Scream.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have 2 more movies in my 128 because 10 Things I Hate About You is actually one of my favorite rom-coms of all time. Like I really love this movie and just really good performances. You got like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in there, Heath Ledger, Julia Stiles, and I forget the name of the girl that Joseph Gordon-Levitt kind of dates in there. Like she's pretty good too. And then you have the dad played by Larry Miller, and then funny enough, they do a TV series and they have Larry Miller in there, so that's like the connection there. So, man, because like Scream is my favorite horror franchise of all time, and I think it's just like I don't know, like it gets better with it every time that I watch it. I think I do have it ranked slightly higher, so I think I got to go Scream.
All right, Malcolm.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoy 10 Things I Hate About You. I think it's good, but the OG 90s Scream is currently my second favorite Scream movie, just behind the 2022 one. And it's just so basically we watched them last week, and it just hit as much as it still did. But yeah, so I'm gonna go Scream.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet for Scream. All right. And we'll go to Creed. Speaking of new releases with Scream and Creed. Right next to each other. 2 movies I saw sequels of today. Versus Oliver, the original musical from Best Picture winner, Oliver, which is a weird one.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm up first. Yeah, I've never gone back and watched the original Oliver. I don't have a lot of interest in it, to be honest. So I'm going to go Creed pretty easily here. Not a whole lot to say. But Creed 3 was good, but Creed 2 is still my favorite of the Creed movies so far. I'll just say that.
Okay, yeah, like I'm curious to get you some thoughts on it, but I don't want to spoil anything. We can talk.
You can hear our thoughts on it this Saturday.
We'll talk about it this Saturday.
Yeah.
When me and Jacob discuss the entire franchise and just a discussion. So we'll get to that one last because that'll be with some spoilers. So like we'll talk about that.
Yeah, there's a couple of choices that they make that I think most people would like, but I'm not sure about it. So yes, that's the thing. But yeah, with Oliver, please, sir, please, sir, may I have some more, please? Like I don't really remember a whole lot other than Oliver being an orphan and having to go in and like eat the porridge and stuff. But like I don't remember a whole lot else about it. But the Creed movies are awesome. So actually, Chris Scott, he just watched the first Creed for the first time, and then he called me up after, because whenever he sees a really awesome movie that blows him away, he always calls me and wants to talk about it and like get my thoughts on it. So he did that, I think, like yesterday, and I told him, well, just go see the other ones, because in my opinion they get better and better. They're like the Mission Impossible movies in that way. Just when you think they can't top it and do it better, they find a way to do it, and it's like really cool. So yeah, these movies are great, and like more and more I think about it, I might like Creed as an overall franchise almost better than Rocky. I'm not sure yet. I'm probably not ready to officially say that. I do think that honestly I'd probably go Rocky a little bit, but slowly just creeping closer and closer to that though. But so I got to go Creed.
To me, by the way, we mentioned this on me and Jacob's Oscar sort of We Disagree show that we did a few weeks back. 69 Oscars are weird because Oliver wins Best Picture in the same year that 2001 Space Odyssey wasn't even nominated for Best Picture, which is really weird.
Oh, wow. It wasn't even nominated.
Yeah. Stanley Kubrick was nominated for director, but the actual movie, the other nominees that year, it was Oliver, Funny Girl, The Lion in Winter, Rachel, and Romeo and Juliet. And I'm just like, where the fuck is 2001 A Space Odyssey? That doesn't make any sense. One of those, whether you like it or not, I know Chris hates it, but like, it's one of the most influential science fiction films ever made, period. It just is. Yeah. So I'm sorry, it just is. So you don't have to like it, but you can at least respect it for what it did. But that's what
Brendan Fraser just got Best Actor.
Brendan Fraser won his Oscar.
Fraser beat
Best Actor.
Austin,
Nice.
He beat Austin Butler. I didn't know who was going to win that one. I thought
I mean, this one was going to be a bit of a coin flip,
but
it's certainly better than that guy from After Sun. Like screw that movie, After Sun.
Well, good for Brendan Fraser. I love The Mummy. You know how much I love The Mummy, so I'm happy.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser.
For Brendan Fraser, he deserves it, man. He's a good dude. Man, you see any of those things with him, like where he's doing the round tables and stuff in the interviews, like him and Ki Kwan are both just like seem like really humble dudes who are just like appreciative of like
they're so happy to be there. They're
just happy to be part of the conversation. That's awesome. I hope for both of them winning the Oscar now just gets them like infinitely more roles and like more back. You know what I mean? Like,
same here.
Awesome.
They deserve it.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Brendan Fraser, Kiko Kwan, we can get Encino Man 2 now.
Yeah,
let's do it. I mean, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Paul Shore would do it. He's dying to do it. So. Yeah,
Malcolm. Sorry, back to this match.
That little bit side gave me time to think about it.
Okay.
But Creed. Both the first two Creed movies actually my 1 and 2 on my Rocky franchise rankings list. And Creed 3 is fourth, but the first Creed is just amazing. It's just one of those ones that I didn't expect to love as much as I did. But Oliver is one of my favorite musicals of all time. It's one of them, but it's one that I've watched probably the most out of my 128, to be honest. But so I'm gonna go Oliver.
All right.
Yeah,
Jacob.
I have seen N. Oliver. I don't know if it's this one. I've only seen it. I know it's not the
probably
animated.
Whatever one you watched in school, it was probably this one.
It might have been. But I don't really remember. So I mean, I know that I've seen Creed, and I know that I really enjoy Creed. So I'll go with Creed.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch some bits of like Brendan Fraser's unaccepted speech, and a lot of whale puns I'm noticing that he has.
Maybe I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up after the show and see, because I want to see that, because I did watch Jamie Lee's and Ki Kwan's. They put them up online like literally before we went live, so I was able to at least see their acceptance speeches.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, Ki Kwan just seems like the most humble, like nicest, positive dude on the planet. You know what I mean? He's just like so grateful. Like it's awesome. So
yeah, people that are like that deserve a lot in this.
Yeah, no,
in this
I
world.
hope it propels him back into the A-list superstardom. So yeah, I wish nothing but the best for him.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Wonder versus Last Crusade.
Okay.
Ooh.
Jordan.
I was gonna be a Temple of Doom for a minute. Speaking of Ki Kwan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
not quite.
Not quite. But yeah, I actually like both of these. Probably the Last Crusade is my least favorite of the Indiana Jones series, but I say least favorite because they're all favorite. Like every one of them.
It's like grape though, because like if I had them in front of me, I'd pick grape though, because that's my favorite.
Grape, but also cherry. Yeah,
those are both favorites.
Yeah, they're all favorites. So, but and then Wonder's really good too. I can't remember the name of that kid who's in Doctor Sleep. He's in
Jacob Tremblay.
Yeah, Jacob Tremblay. He's great in it too. He just seems like a really kind of innocent, kind of just like sweet little kid, and yeah, just kind of seeing like his disabilities that he has, and it's a really heartwarming story. And yeah, I'm a big Owen Wilson fan, and then you throw in Jennifer Garner, like it's great, but it's just hard to compete against an Indiana Jones movie. And yeah, like Last Crusade's great. Like they named the dog Indy, and they and then when it's weird to think that Harrison Ford now is older than Sean Connery was when they made this movie. So it's just interesting. But and when he finally does call him Indy, like that's a really sweet moment. So yeah, or like Indiana, I think he uses the full thing. But so yeah, I'll vote for The Last Crusade.
And Richie, damn it, if you watch these damn movies already.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Sure.
I made
Michelle
him
Yeoh just got Best Actress.
Oh wow, there you go, nice. So she beat out Kate Blanchett.
Michelle Williams. Oh no, Michelle Yeoh. They're showing Michelle Williams, like a shot of her right when you said that. I'm like, Michelle Williams got it. What was that?
Yeah,
all about?
Malcolm, you're 6 seconds ahead of me or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Michelle Yeoh. Let's go.
Again, the movie itself, again, I'm not as hot on, but like I'm glad she got one because she's had an awesome career. So she definitely
she really has.
So that's awesome. I'm glad she beat. Sorry, Tar was fine, but like I didn't see the hype behind it. It is what it is.
I didn't either.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones that also means that that one at the SAG won at the Oscars.
That's true. Yeah,
because Michelle Yeoh got it at the SAG. So
yeah,
there you go.
But all right, Malcolm, you're up for this one.
Yeah, I mean, I love Wonder, and I want to go the theme for this break is comedians in dramatic movies, especially. But yeah, I love Last Crusade, and yeah, so I'm gonna go Last Crusade.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was watching Michelle Yeoh. She's just like hugging all of her castmates, and then like Jamie Lee Curtis is like, "No, you got to go that way. Go up." Yeah.
Well, it's funny if you go back and watch Jamie Lee's thing when they said she was a winner. Like you don't hear it, but you can see her on camera go, "Oh shit!"
Oh, really?
Yeah. Go watch it.
That's
she's
awesome.
She's legit surprised. She literally looks at it and goes, "Oh shit! I gotta go! Oh, I gotta go!" And she goes up there. Like it's pretty funny. So,
I need to go back and like look up some of Michelle Yeoh's roles because she's had some really cool roles. I think she's played like an assassin, and she's played like some crazy different things. She's in
MI2. She's in
MI2. Yeah,
she's in the third Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, she's in all that stuff. So that's cool. Yeah.
But Jacob,
Yeah, I really like both these movies. I think Indiana Jones. I think Sean Connery and Harrison Ford are really fun together. I think Wonder is a really good movie about just accepting people for who they are, and not like what they look like, and not it's not about the outside. Always, it's what's on the inside. So
that's just something ugly people say. Quote Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
To quote Jim Carrey in Liar Liar.
It's a backhanded insult. I'm just kidding.
I love that line.
It's a funny line.
Yeah.
This is a really close one. I'll go Indiana Jones.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll save some time. I haven't watched Wonder. I'll just go Last Crusade. It's my favorite of the series. So, yeah.
Yeah. Wonder would be a great one if you're sitting down with the entire family and you want to watch something just like a good family movie. Watch Wonder. So
watch Last Crusade. It's a great family movie.
Yeah, or the Last Crusade. Really, you can watch them either one.
Yay, Tremors! It made Malcolm's 128.
Yeah.
Versus Sparks Brothers. That's the Edgar Wright documentary.
Yeah.
Malcolm, you're up first.
Yeah, I mean, the Sparks Brothers is just a really good documentary about this band, which I think it's either a really lesser known band or it's a fictional band. But yeah, I mean, the Sparks Brothers is just one of those documentaries that I expected to watch and enjoy and then forget about. But it's one of those ones that I think the way Edgar Wright does this documentary, I think it's a really interesting and it gives a lot of insight into this band and all that. So and I mean ever since I watched Tremors for the first time, like it's one that just constantly stayed on my mind. But yeah, I just love the Sparks Brothers more so Sparks Brothers.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen the Sparks Brothers. Tremors is a lot of fun. So I'll go with Tremors.
Yeah.
Well, Jacob, you and Malcolm are both welcome for me introducing you to Tremors by how much I loved it. You're welcome. And it's great. And it's hard for me to vote against Tremors in almost any scenario because it's my number 2 favorite movie of all time. So, it's a movie I've seen hundreds and hundreds of times. It's my comfort movie. I can watch it anytime and just have a good time with it. So, Tremors. My dad still doesn't get it. He's like, that stupid like worm movie. Like, why do you watch that all the time? I'm like, you don't understand. It's more than that. It's just a perfect little 90-minute movie, and it's awesome. So yeah,
it's awesome. Yeah, Tremors is awesome. What?
Everything, everywhere, all at once. Just won Best Picture.
Boom! There you go. Let's go. So
7 Oscars.
7. That's awesome.
So followed by All Quiet with 4. Is that second place?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. So that's a pleasant surprise, though. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like maybe Austin, you even kind of turned me on to like going back to revisit Tremors because I've watched it since like twice since we started doing this together. So
it's very rewatchable, man. It's an easy movie to watch.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Kevin Bacon is just like so much fun and cool in this movie, and the Sparks Brothers is one that I'm intrigued by. I don't know how much all these people, when you look up the cast of people that are in it, that I don't know how much they're actually in it, if they're like doing the voices or like interviews or what it is, because you got people like Adam Driver, Fred Armisen, Simon Pegg, Patton Oswalt, Mike Myers, but then you got like some musicians like Weird Al Yankovic and Beck and Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So like definitely the music, like there's probably some guitarists too that I'm not even recognizing here that are probably in there too, or like other musicians from big famous rock bands. But so like it's definitely one that I want to check out for sure. So because I love documentaries, especially music ones. Like probably music and sports are like my 2 favorite kind of documentaries. So, but I haven't seen it, so I got to go Tremors though. So.
All right, Tremors. Moving on. Yeah. And we go to The Founder versus another Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Jacob.
What the hell? We're not going to give Kiwi quantum love unless.
Right. He got his love tonight.
Yeah, right.
He's doing just fine right now.
Yeah,
he doesn't need us to.
He's gonna have the best night of his life at the post parties right tonight.
Yeah,
so
right.
He's gonna be just fine. So,
just fine.
Yep.
Interesting matchup. I think The Founder is really good. Great Michael Keaton performance. Raiders is like an all-time, action adventure movie. I've seen Raiders more, so I'll go with Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I love The Founder. I think The Founder is excellent. One of Michael Keaton's best performances. Really good sort of corporate espionage kind of movie. just a real asshole guy taking over somebody's, business. But yeah, Raiders, really all the original Indiana Jones movies, the 3 are in my 128. So yeah, I got to go with Raiders, but no disrespect to the founder. I think that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, the founder is great. Yeah, I really do like the founder a lot. Because like not only Michael Keaton, but I'm like based on my boy Ron Swanson's name, Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman,
yeah. With what's his face from? I know him from the Drew Carey show, but he's been in like other stuff. But yeah,
John Carroll Lynch, my boy from Volcano.
Yeah, John Carroll Lynch. Yeah, and it's a really cool biopic. Eventually, we're gonna get to doing best biopic just because of scheduling for our schedule. I've had to push some things back, and for whatever reason, best biopics keeps getting pushed back. So, what's going on?
Sorry, no, on the telecast as it was ending, Jimmy Kimmel, there was a sign that said number of Oscars without incident, and it was on 0 and he flipped it to 1.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was like the worst workplace accidents thing. Is that what it's like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah. Number of Oscars without Will Smith hitting somebody, 1.
Which is why Halle Berry helped present the Best Actor and Actress awards instead of, because usually it's the previous winners.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. And then he high fives Cocaine Bear right after that. Yeah. Yeah. So the Founder's great, but Raiders of the Lost Ark, that's my favorite Indiana Jones movie. There's just so many iconic moments. Like when you think Indiana Jones, you think of like that big boulder going through the cave when he's going after the idol, and that classic line, like throw me the idol, I'll throw you the whip, you throw me the idol, and or like all the Nazis getting their faces melted off by the ark and all that. So yeah, I gotta go with Raiders.
Malcolm?
Yeah, I mean, spoiler alert, Temple Doom's not showing up. That's probably my least favorite in the Indiana Jones franchise.
Disrespectful to Ki-Hee Kwan. How dare you?
Yeah,
disrespect to an Oscar winner.
I know. Yeah. How dare you? That man is the short round's an Oscar winner now. How dare you?
Yeah.
Ki-Hee Kwan doesn't know who I am.
You know who isn't? Kate Capshaw.
Yeah.
Willie. Yeah. Willie's not an Oscar winner.
No.
I don't know if Kate Capshaw comes back and does a really great film, she could become one of the later.
She's married to Spielberg. She don't need to work.
Yeah, right.
They're too busy having 7 children.
But yeah, but with that being said, like I really do like Raiders of the Lost Ark. I do think it's good. But I'm going to give some love to the Founder here because the Founder is just a really great biopic. I rewatched it for something recently, and it just kind of leapt into my top 10. So I'm going to go the Founder.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I'm promptly shutting this off because I don't give a fuck about American Idol without Simon Cowell, so screw that. That's up next. So, yeah.
All right. This is the most baffling one when I put it together. Saw 5 versus Walk the Line.
Here we go.
All right. Well, I'm up first. When I saw that Malcolm had one Saw movie on his list, it was Saw 5 of all things, which is probably in my lower half of Saw movies, to be honest. And I'm a massive Saw fan. I was like, all right, but you know what? I can't say much, Malcolm, because my favorite of the series is Saw 6. So it is what it is. But you know what's funny? I've probably seen it more than I've seen Walk the Line, because I've watched Walk the Line once. And even though Saw 5 is in my bottom half, I've seen it probably a dozen times. So I'll go Saw 5. Why not?
Yeah. Well, so Sarah over in the comment section, me and her have been talking quite a bit, so she's been actually keeping up. She's like, yeah, what movies are you gonna watch for the next show? I'll watch them with you. Like and we can talk about them. And then she wanted to know if there's any horror movies on the list. And I was like, I don't think Malcolm really has any horror movies. And I'm like, wait a minute, Saw 5. You can watch that one. Sure.
Yeah, watching that movie without any context of the rest of the Saw series would make no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
None at all.
Yeah, there's one thing about some of these Saw movies. You kind of have to see the other ones almost to like get some.
Oh, you have to. You have
Yeah.
to. At this point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've never seen it. I've only seen Saw 1 and 2, and I kind of stopped there. I saw some bits and pieces of the Chris Rock one, but I wasn't like trying to watch it all. I just wanted to see some of it. But yeah, Walk the Line's great though. I think that it's a great biopic. It's about Johnny Cash and Joaquin Phoenix is great. Reese Witherspoon, like I think it all.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah. It all works really, really well, and like after I watched it, it kind of turned me on to more of Johnny Cash's music. So I went back through all his music and like found some great music. So I'll go Walk the Line. Yeah.
All right. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like the Saw franchise is one that I've seen them. I've seen them all, or most of them at the theaters. I think Spy was the only one I kind of missed at the theaters. But it's just one of those ones that I've just loved them a lot. Like Saw 2 is just missed out on being here. But yeah, I'm not as crazy as a student Henry Sanchez who has just been every Saw movie at 4.5 stars or higher.
Look, I love the franchise, but I wouldn't put every movie as like the greatest thing ever. There's at least 3 of them I'm just not a fan of. So yeah.
Yeah, but this one for me is a 5-star. And it's one that I love, and like the Saw franchise is one that I can go back and do like a whole marathon of them in a day. Or it'll take like 8 hours, maybe 12 hours. But yeah, I haven't done the math, but yeah, but I do have it higher than Walk the Line. I love Walk the Line. I think Joaquin Phoenix is a great choice as Johnny Cash, but I'm going to Saw 5.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob.
Yeah, what was really cool about Everything Everywhere winning Best Picture, because the cast comes on, everyone else comes on. Harrison Ford was actually the one that presented the award, so we got an Indiana Jones short round reunion.
Nice.
Yeah,
that was cool. I forgot to mention that.
They did that on purpose.
I don't think they know who wins, because if they know who wins, they wouldn't have put Anthony Hopkins as the last award the year that they thought Chadwick Boseman was going to win.
I mean, I think it's one of those ones. I think looking at the precursors, it's easy to predict that Everything all at once could win, but they wouldn't know for sure.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably just like, well, just in case, we'll just
right.
Well, I was afraid Hollywood would do that stupid shit like I talked about, where they just award any movie that celebrates Hollywood and just give it to the Fabelmans. But the Fabelmans ended up getting shut out. Yeah, got nothing. That's crazy.
I'm more disappointed that Banshee's got nothing. But
Banshee's got nothing, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. It deserves at least like best screenplay or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, in most of the awards, Banshees was up against Everything Everywhere all at once.
Yeah, that movie came on at the right time. Like that movie's been hot for a year.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I think I also read somewhere that like it's the most awarded movie of all time now.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
But as far as this matchup goes, I've only seen Walk the Line the one time. I think most of the Saw movies are entertaining for what they are. Some cool traps, just like the way they're designed and everything. So you know what? Let's go with Saw.
Hey.
Wait, so this one where they actually take Dr. Phil and they put him in like all the traps and all that stuff? Oh,
you're thinking of Scary Movie.
That's Scary Movie. Yeah. No. That's just like that's just a bad joke. Like I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the opening scene of Scary Movie 4 where Shaq has to make the free throw to release him.
Yeah, I'd watch if it was that. Yeah.
Yeah. Got Back to the Future 2 versus The Hate You Give. Jordan?
Well, I haven't seen The Hate You Give, and I don't want to give any hate. I'm sure it's the opposite of that on this movie, but I just haven't seen it yet. But Back to the Future 2, it's in my top 5 movies of all time ever made. So it's my favorite Back to the Future. So let's go Back to the Future 2.
All right.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
But yeah, look, if you liked Blind Spotting, then you'll probably like The Hate You Give, because it's basically it deals with that kind of stuff, but puts a slightly positive, like, but it's like a comedy. But The Hate You Give is just phenomenal. Like, you've got Anthony Mackie in there, and there's a few other people that is definitely recognizable. But but yeah, Hate You Give is just a movie I really enjoy. Back to the Future Part 2, I do enjoy, but it's probably it's one of the lesser ones for me from the trilogy. I'm gonna go The Hate You Give.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob.
Yeah, I like both these movies. I think The Hate You Give is really good. Back to the Future, great sequel. Picking up where the first one left off. I kind of like when movies do that. I think not so much when they're like 14 years apart. Looking at you, Incredibles.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it, but it would have been nice to have a little bit of a jump. But that's not what we're talking about right now. I think Back to the Future, I think it works. This is a close one. I'll go Back to the Future too.
Yeah, I'm Austin.
I'll go Back to the Future 2 because you're talking to the reigning and defending Full Metal Trivia 36 of 36, only person to ever get 100% in trivia right here for Back to the Future Trivia. And then I can't wait to whip Moose Haas's ass in Back to the Future on Benny and Moose Save America. I'm going to whip his ass, and even Moose fully admitted after a show he's pretty sure I'm going to whip his ass. So I'm gonna whoop him up on him. I've seen all those movies 100 times. I grew up with the VHSs. I could recite those movies start to fucking finish. So I'll go Back to the Future 2.
I thought you were just saying it because he was drunk that one show, but he actually said it sober that he thinks she'll probably beat him. So
yeah. I told him anything that's in a line of dialogue in that movie, I can't lose. I'm gonna win. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, to put what Jacob said about everything of it all at once in perspective, Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, over all the award shows and guilds and whatnot, it was nominated for 337 awards, but won 258. But Everything Everywhere All at Once was nominated for 404 awards, and has at this point won 264.
Oh, geez, that's crazy. But
yeah.
If anyone's really observant, at the beginning of this match, I realized that I had the wrong background up the whole time. There's a point in time in this video, you'll see it switch over to the correct background. but anyway, I just wanted to throw that little Easter egg.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I noticed it.
Yeah,
immediately.
Same
thing in the title. You put like life Oscars watch along instead of live. So, but I was.
Yeah, I did that too, and then I fixed it. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah. All right, we got Titanic versus Godfather 2.
Speaking of an Easter egg, look in the right-handed corner now. There, there it is. I didn't have that up there either.
2 movies you love. We'll go to Malcolm first.
This is tough for me because both of these are my top 5. I really love Titanic. I was really hoping it was going to get a somewhat a movie which was really lower down on my top 128, but it has to go up against my number 1 full time, which is The Godfather Part 2. Oh, wow. So I've got to reluctantly go Godfather Part 2.
Oh,
yeah.
Jacob?
Well, Jacob?
I will go with Titanic because we already have a Godfather movie moving on, and I really like Titanic. I think but this one's really close, but Titanic, great romance, great disaster, but kind of the best of both worlds there. I don't think I'll be upset if The Godfather Part 2 moves on. I think this is a really tough matchup, but I'll go Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could go either way on this one. Because Titanic I really, really like, and I think Godfather 2 is excellent as well. I think the Robert De Niro stuff in Godfather 2 with young Vito is just absolutely dynamite. I think that stuff is amazing and well-deserved Oscar. I think Al Pacino should have won for this movie as well for his portrayal of Michael here. It was just kind of crazy that he didn't win any of his 70s Oscar nominations, which is kind of nuts because he kind of owned the 70s. But yeah, it's still really great. So I'll go Godfather 2.
Yeah. For me, so like, I think if I were to give The Godfather Part 2 a rewatch, I think over time it probably will grow on me, and I probably will like it. The Titanic ain't never gonna grow on me. I'm never gonna like this. I hate this movie. It's boring. It's like just pretentious to me. Like, it just, like, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't like. I get the set design and the costumes, but other than that, and maybe.
You don't even think genuinely the last hour, the disaster aspect of that movie isn't good? Genuinely?
I mean, it's fine, but I just
don't think it's like a good disaster movie, like, at all? Like, even just as a disaster
I don't know,
movie?
maybe, but like, I was just rooting for the Titanic to sink and everyone on there to die for being on
there.
They
did actually die.
Yeah. but the reason why is because I've actually looked into the history of these big ships. They had two other ships, like almost the size of the Titanic, called the Britannic and the Olympic. Both of them sunk because they hit an iceberg. Like, are they not going to learn their lesson from this? Like, having ships like that, you got to change something up if that's happened twice.
Well, they did because of the disasters. They changed shit up.
Yeah, because I think all three of those ships were built around the same time. So
they built around the same time. So
if the Titanic hadn't sunk, they wouldn't have made the regulations where you had to have enough lifeboats for everybody. Right.
They didn't have enough lifeboats. Boats, but like, that's no kind of like slight on the movie. That's just history that, like, happened, but the movie's just based on some history that happened, but it's just not really for me. Draw me like one of your French girls, or like, there's not enough room on this little piece of wood or something.
Topless. How do you not love that scene?
But I just don't care. The way that they do it, it's too artsy fartsy for me. I don't know, but so yeah, I'm gonna give it to The Godfather Part 2 here.
Oh, great. Jordan voted for a Godfather movie. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark it down and clip it out the moment we Jordan.
Yeah, you can mark it.
I'm gonna vote for The Godfather Part 2.
Yeah. I'd much rather vote for that because I do even like The Godfather Part 2 better than Part 1. So.
All right. Got Don't Think Twice versus Cruella.
Ooh, another movie that I watched for this, but it was a while back though.
Yeah. Jacob.
I've not seen Don't Think Twice. I really like that cast though. I think Cruella was really good. Kind of Disney's version of the Joker, or just Joker. Sorry, not the Joker. For all you trivia snobs out there. And yeah, I really dug Emma Stone's performance. Yeah, so what's his name? Paul Walter Hauser, I think, was really good as well. So I'll go with Cruella.
All right.
Yeah. Austin.
Haven't seen either one of these. Did you say Paul Walter Hauser's in Cruella?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll vote for Cruella then because I like.
He is one of the which one? I can't remember which one. He is not Jasper, but Horace.
Well, he's been good in everything I've seen him in because I love him in I, Tonya. He's good in Richard Jewell, obviously, and he's great on Cobra Kai as Stingray. So, yeah, I'll go.
He's my favorite part of the movie. He like steals the movie.
Nice. Well, I'll have to see it then because of that. But yeah, all right, cool. Jordan.
Yeah, and then also another great Paul Walter Hauser. I just wanted to show. There's a show called Blackbird, which I think it's on like Amazon Prime or something.
Apple.
Or what? Oh, it's Apple. Okay, but like his performance in that, like, I haven't seen the show. I just went to go watch some scenes with him in it, and it also has Taron Egerton in it too. And man, like he's like acting like so hard in this. He's so good. There's people that are saying like it's one of the best performances. So whenever the Emmys come out, like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be nominated for sure. Like,
he won a Golden Globe for it.
Yeah, he won a Golden Globe and a SAG award too. So yeah, so I gotta go check that out. But and I've never seen Cruella, and actually, as far as like the like Disney live action remakes. Like I like am basically sick of them by this point. But Cruella actually does look really really good. That's one that I'm actually I really do want to go see. Like the trailers look good. For whatever reason, I just kind of forgot about this movie, and because I just got there's way too many Disney live action remakes are just coming out that I'm kind of just forgot about it. But I did watch Don't Think Twice for this, and I think it's really really good. It's about the stand up comedians, and they have like a what's the word that's escaping me now? Where they're doing like little skits and
Improv.
Yeah, the improv comedy troupe. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so they're doing improv, and then they want to go on a fake Saturday Night Live show. They're all trying out, and only one of them gets it. I won't say who, but then it kind of causes a little divide. But then it all comes back around, and it all works out in the end. So yeah, I'll vote. Don't Think Twice. I actually thought there was a lot of fun. So yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, Cruella's technically not a live action remake. It's more of a prequel to the character of Cruella. Like none of the stuff that it does sort of lean into 101 Dalmatians, but it's not a remake of that because it's more set before that time.
Okay.
But yeah, Emma Stone is great as Cruella, and it's a lot of fun and all that. But that being said, I really love Don't Think Twice. It's one of those ones that I've always been a fan of improv and that and all that. And yeah, it's just really good. And yeah, it's totally not Saturday Night Live. They just call it Weekend Live because
Weekend Live with like the same intros, the same like Don Pardo doing the announcements, like all of that. Yeah,
it's like the intro for our Live from Movie Hero show.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
almost there, but not quite. Like with the song and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a fun fact is we actually had a friend of the show, Chris Ingle. He did the little intro from our Live from Movie Hero show that we used to do. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you voted for Don't Think Twice?
Yeah. That's what I said.
Well, that's fine. No, it's a tie, and it goes to you. So if you want to stick with it.
Yeah, I'm saying Don't Think Twice.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, and a fun fact,
Mike Birbiglia.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Shout out Mike Birbiglia.
He has a special called My Girlfriend's Boyfriend, which is like almost like him just telling a story for an hour, and it's so good.
All right.
Oh, those are my favorite kind of stand-up specials. I love the story-based ones. Yeah, they're good.
All right, we got Guardians of the Galaxy versus Die Hard.
Ooh, fuck. Yeah. What kind of matchup is this? I never thought I'd see something that'd be this hard.
Yeah. I'm up first. Yeah, it's a tough one because Guardians is honorable mention as far as maybe top 10 Marvel movies, as me and Jacob talked about on our show. It's pretty good. We'll see if they stick the landing with Volume 3. We'll see if James Gunn can stick the landing. We'll see. But yeah, Die Hard's pretty great too. And I'm an 80s action guy, so I'll go Die Hard, but just by a little bit.
Yeah, this one's tough. Like, man, I'm a massive Guardians fan. But you know what? I just want to give Bruce Willis some love. Like, he's been really going through it. He had like a dementia diagnosis that was pretty heartbreaking, and yeah, we're kind of losing him as an actor. And I'm really glad that his family's really sticking by Demi Moore and like all of his family and kids and stuff. They're all sticking by his side to support him. So that's cool. So and he did sell his likeness to like a Russian company. I don't know like how much they're going to use it. They made one commercial. You can find it on YouTube. That's cool. But so, I mean, I don't really know what to think about that though. It's kind of like I'm 50-50 on it. It's cool to see him like his likeness there, but it's not really him. So who knows? But yeah, I'm going to give him some love. I'll go Die Hard.
All right.
So Malcolm.
Die Hard is great, and and I do think Bruce Willis is great as an actor, but Guardians is one of my sort of top 10 MCU movies, so I'm gonna go Guardians.
All right, And Jacob?
Yeah, I love both these movies. But I think I'm gonna go with Die Hard. It just feels like we've talked about Guardians a lot lately.
Well, we actually just did with our 2014 stuff and our movie set off world tournament.
Yeah,
Both of them. Yeah,
and the Marvel tier ranker too.
Yeah. We talked about that.
And I know Die Hard comes up a lot too, but it just feels like Guardians has been on like every other tournament. It feels like the last couple weeks. So, not only that, but Die Hard is also just a really good action Christmas movie. So Die Hard.
Yeah.
It's just like after the few episodes that you did after the horror movies. Was like what we do still came up on a couple of them. It's like we're talking about it enough.
Yeah, right. Well, they're popular.
Well, speaking of a movie that comes up a lot, Kingsman: The Secret Service versus Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah,
which we've seen a lot lately because it's another 2014 movie. So, Jordan, you're up first.
This one's tough. I'm not going to do the usual like camera flip up to my poster, but which I've been thinking about maybe switching it out because I usually like once a year want to switch it out. But and yeah, Catch Me If You Can. It might be like, I mean, not going to say the last really great Spielberg movie. I can't remember what came out.
I love War of the Worlds, but that's just me.
Yeah. No, the like War of the Worlds is actually really good too. But I think I mean, the church scene. I really like Samuel L. Jackson as a villain. Colin Firth really works good in this. And even Sofia Boutella's fun with her little like razor sharp, like I don't know if they're feet or like what they are, prosthetics. That is fun. So yeah, I'll go with Kingsman. All right, The Secret Service. So Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I love Catch Me If You Can. I do think it's a really good movie. Definitely a good Spielberg movie. But I'm here to rectify something. In the 2014 tournament, Kingsman: The Secret Service lost to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that was a tragedy.
I don't know how that happened. So justice for Kingsman. Kingsman, get my vote here.
Well, I think you were there, Jacob. Do you know how it happened?
Yeah, we had JPO, Richie, and Chris on the episode, and they voted for
chaos.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over Kingsman.
We did.
I really like Catch Me If You Can. I've only seen it the one time. I was very late to it. It's within the last year that I've finally seen it, but I've seen Kingsman quite a few times. Really enjoy it. It's in my 128 as well. So I'm gonna go with Kingsman.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, sure. I'll go Kingsman as well, but yeah, Catch Me If You Can is great. Yeah, it's
they're both
really good, and that and Gangs in New York both came out the same month. It was a good month for Leo. So, yeah, good stuff there. All right.
Also, What We Do in the Shadows is not coming on monitoring yet, but the fact that they lost to Pink was Madagascar is just bizarre.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
That one's not as bad.
All right. Well,
it's just bad.
Well, now that the first round of this is done, the Oscars are over. So now let's go speed round and get our 16 and then get our winner. So let's do it. All right, let's go speed round and get this thing done. And we'll see what happens. So the winners of this next round will be in Malcolm's championship episode. So we will see what makes it. All right, we'll start with Pirates of the Caribbean versus Schindler's List. And we'll go to Malcolm.
Yeah, this is actually tough because Schindler's List is a good movie and all, but it's just one of those ones that I don't go back to watch as often for obvious reasons. Like I don't believe in the notion of a movie you're only going to watch once. But that being said, it's just one spot above Pirates, so I'm going to go Schindler's List.
Yeah, Jacob.
There are plenty of movies that I've only watched once. I'm looking at you, emoji movie. Schindler's List.
Yeah. Schindler's List.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, for me, like, I recognize like that Schindler's List. It is Spielberg's masterpiece, and it is like an all-timer, and it is great. But yeah, I just don't find myself going back to it though that much, mostly because the material, the subject matter is so hard to watch, and it is still really, really great. But I mean, as far as one I go back to Pirates of the Caribbean all the time. I have two of them in my top 128, and this is one of them. So yeah, that might be the best of them. So I gotta go with the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah.
Schindler. Moving on, 3-1. Godfather and Cinderella. Jacob.
It's me first, right?
Yeah.
And oh man, that next matchup is going to be tough because
yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought about it.
Five, 4.
I said Godfather.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you at all.
I didn't hear it either. Yeah.
At all.
I heard you say these matchups going to be tough. Then
and then it trailed off. Yeah. No, I'm gonna go Godfather.
Yeah, like, I think even me here, I'm gonna go Godfather. I'm just over Disney remakes. So.
All right, we're gonna clip that out, Malcolm. We got 2 from this episode, Jordan.
Yeah, you can clip it out. It just depends on the matchup. So
we'll just insert those later. So, Malcolm.
Yeah. I mean, I will say Cinderella is one of the better live action remakes, but The Godfather gets my vote.
All right. Scrolling just a second. I just have to write them down for my list so I can make Malcolm's championship bracket. So 1 second. All right. So Godfather. All right. Got Brave Little Toaster versus Sion's Wedding.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I'm up
Only
first.
a tournament fight where you see this matchup.
I'm up first. I'll say Brave Little Toaster. Let's go.
Yeah, like I really like the Brave Little Toaster. I need to go back and watch it again. It's been about 20-something years since I've seen it, so I got to see it again. So Brave Little Toaster. Malcolm?
As much as I want to get New Zealand movie into the championship, Brave Little Toaster must miss my childhood. Brave Little Toaster.
Okay.
Yeah. Jacob?
Brave Little Toaster.
All right.
Yeah.
Brave Little Toaster. Just writing it down real quick. All right. Brave Little Toaster could be.
Yeah.
All right. Into the championship. And we got Bob Strike Back versus the Lion King. Jordan.
Oh, this one's a tougher than I would have thought, but The Lion King's just an all-timer. Like, it's an all-time Disney classic, and like all the music's good in it, and like the story and like just everything, like the voice casting. So yeah, I'm gonna go with The Lion King. Malcolm.
Yeah, this is tough, but Lion King's in my top 10, so Lion King.
And also, it'd be fun to see the next animated matchup. So yeah,
we'll see.
Jacob.
Lion King.
Right.
Yeah. Austin.
I would have voted for Jay and Silent Bob actually.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, Lion King will move on. So Lion King.
Yeah.
And into the championship, we have Beautiful Boy versus Batman Begins. BB versus BB. All right, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is tough because I do like Batman Begins, but Beautiful Boy is just a really good story. So I'm gonna go Beautiful Boy.
Yeah. Jacob.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Batman Begins because I haven't seen Beautiful Boy yet.
Yeah, and I almost made a horrible joke. It's like BB versus BB. Just glad it's not a BBW. But
BBWs. I love on them all the time.
Yeah. I mean,
they need love too.
They're good for some people. But
I'm kind of glad you didn't go a BB gun joke.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
What's so wrong about big Belgian waffles?
Yeah, they're delicious. Yeah. But like Beautiful Boy is really good. It might be kind of a tough one to rewatch. Like that is some serious subject matter, and I don't know if I want to cry that hard again. Like literally, like what happened is so I had a family dinner and I watched like 90% of it, and I was already crying like on my way out the door, and then I came back and I'm like, well, I finished the last little prep. I'm gonna watch the rest of it and like like instantly like that, I was crying again, and like just like that, I was like, oh man, I forgot like what part I was at in this movie. But so and Batman Begins is my favorite of the Nolan trilogy. I really love like the training and all that, so we'll go with Batman Begins.
All right. Let me write it down real quick. Batman Begins. We'll take it 3-1. And we will go to Zombieland and Princess and the Frog. Jacob?
Zombieland.
Yeah, I'll go
Awesome.
I'll go Zombieland.
And I will also go Zombieland.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the lone vote for Princess and the Frog.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll write that one down real quick. And all right. Go to Zombieland. And next one will be Pulp Fiction, excuse me, versus Avengers Endgame. Ooh. A little easier for me. I'm up first, so I'll give you guys some time, but I'm going to go Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, and I think I just have Endgame ranked a little higher. Like Pulp Fiction falls around like about 25 on my all-time list, but Endgame's in the top 10. So it's Endgame.
Malcolm?
Endgame's in my top 10. Endgame.
Yep. Jacob?
Yeah, I have Endgame just a little bit higher. Endgame.
All
right.
Endgame. Jot that down. Endgame. Okay. All right. Let's go on down to Devil Wears Prada and Spider-Man No Way Home. All right. Jordan?
Oh, this one's like super easy. No Way Home.
All right. Malcolm?
Yeah, No Way Home.
Yeah. Jacob?
No Way Home.
And Austin.
And I'll go Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a tough next matchup, too.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough next matchup. We'll see.
Yeah.
A big MCU matchup coming up.
Yep.
As you can see, but we'll get to that in a few minutes.
Yeah.
All right. We'll scroll on over to the other side, see what else makes the championship.
It's not a bad 8 so far.
Yeah,
it's not.
I like it.
All right, got
Okay
Midsommar versus Dr. Sleep.
Ooh, horror match.
Two 2019 horror movies. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Glad I'm last.
Yeah.
And if you take the director's cut, they're 2 3-hour horror movies.
Yeah.
Dr. Sleep has an extended cut that's about 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Dr. Sleep just a little bit higher, so Dr. Sleep.
All right.
Yeah. Jacob.
Dr. Sleep.
Austin.
Sure, why not Dr. Sleep?
Yeah. That's really close for me, but I can think Dr. Sleep, yeah.
All right, Dr. Sleep. You're making up. Oops. Oh, there we go. All right. So Dr. Sleep, we got Avengers Infinity War versus How to Train Your Dragon. Jacob.
You know what? We have a lot of MCU representation. Let's show some more animated love. How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, Austin.
Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War.
Can't go with you on that one, Jacob. Sorry. Good movie, but
yeah.
Infinity War.
All right. 1 second. Let me jot that one down. All right. Avengers Infinity War. Okay. Some long titles on here. All right. Infinity War 3-1. And we'll go to Her versus Scream. 2 single word titles, as maybe we'll do a future single word decades tournament eventually.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that coming up. So yeah,
at some point, yeah, we'll break it down by decade. But yeah, I'm up first. I'll go Scream.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Scream. Yeah.
All right.
Malcolm.
I'm actually gonna go Her.
All right.
Yeah. Jacob.
Scream.
All right.
Yeah.
Scream
it is.
Okay. All right. Scream moves on. And we'll go to Creed, another single word, versus Last Crusade. Jordan.
Man. This is tough. Just because it's the my third favorite in this trilogy for Indiana Jones, I gotta go Creed. So, Malcolm.
Last Crusade.
Yeah. Jacob.
Creed.
And I'll go Last Crusade. I'll make it a tie, and I'll go to Jacob.
Creed.
Creed. Okay. Creed. All right. Creed. All right. And we'll move down to Tremors and Raiders.
There we go. Another
indie. Another indie match. Malcolm.
I think I'm going to go Raiders.
Okay.
Jacob.
I'm going to go with Raiders as well.
I'm Austin.
Tremors.
Yeah. And yeah, I think I got to go with Raiders. This is my favorite of my number one favorite of the trilogy.
All right.
It's my other favorite, but it's number one favorite.
It's not quite as favorite as much. Favorite.
Yeah, not quite as
quite as much favorite, but still somewhat favorite.
But they're both good.
That one actually is more favorite.
They're both good.
Yeah, that's good.
We got Saw 5 versus Back to the Future 2. Jacob.
Back to the Future 2.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, I'll go Back to the Future 2.
Yeah, I don't even know how Saw made it past the first match. Back to the Future 2.
Well, what happened was we all voted for.
Yeah, yeah. More people voted for that one than the other one.
The other one. So yeah, that's how I made it.
Didn't you make so?
Yeah.
So I would have gone Saw 5 over the Back to the Future Part 2.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
So, this is turning out to be we all vote against what Malcolm would vote for for his championship.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't that how all these 128s go? You vote for
sometimes
the favorites of the
yeah,
people.
they do kind of.
Sometimes if it's a tie, I'll throw the bone to the person whose thing it is, but it hasn't been a tie so far, so it can't do that. Got Godfather 2 against Don't Think Twice. Me first, Godfather 2 pretty easily.
And I'm gonna go Don't Think Twice. Malcolm.
Godfather 2.
Yep. Yeah, I figure it's your number one. Jacob.
Godfather 2.
Yeah.
All right. Part 2. Just writing that one down. All right, Godfather 2 makes it. And we got, I think it's the last one, Die Hard versus Kingsman. Jordan.
Oh, frick. This one's really hard. I don't know. Pass. This one's too hard. I guess I'll.
5,
Kingsman.
4. All right.
I don't feel confident about it, but Kingsman.
All right. I force you to make a decision, sir.
Yeah.
And I mean, I totally feel confident about this just for Kingsman.
Yeah. Okay. Jacob.
Kingsman.
Awesome.
I probably would have voted for Die Hard, but I'm fine with Kingsman going through.
Yeah.
Just for how many times I've seen it. First time I saw it was actually at a sleepover. One of my friends brought the VHS over and we watched it at a sleepover. That's a great way to watch Die Hard.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
See a rated R movie when you're not supposed to. That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
It was inside the Fox and the Hound VHS cover though, so they didn't know
right. You
what
had to sneak it into like a Disney cover. Yeah, like put it in there.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
All right. All right, 1 second. Let me pull up my other list here. All right, we're good to go. I've got the 16, so now we can just vote quickly. This will be the Elite 8. No poll.
I used to do that to my family members. I would switch out the VHS for some R-rated movie, and they'd freak out when they started up. They're like, "What the frick is this?" Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Malcolm, you'll be up first for Schindler's List and The Godfather.
Ooh.
2 all-timers. All right,
2 Titans. Yeah.
The Godfather.
Okay.
Jacob.
Schindler's List.
I'm Austin.
Godfather.
I got to go with Schindler. Schindler's List.
Tie to me. Godfather moves on. All right.
It's a toss.
I don't have a problem watching Godfather 3 times in a month. I'm like Schindler's List.
Yeah.
I can relate. All right. We got Brave Little Toaster hanging in there versus The Lion King. 2 anime. Got Don Bluth versus Disney. So yeah. Or isn't that Don Bluth or is that Disney? I can't remember. Brave Little Toaster original.
I can't remember.
It wasn't. I believe Brave Little Toaster was produced by Amblin. No, it wasn't actually.
Kind of a Spielberg movie, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's Amblin, maybe. I don't know.
No, it wasn't because I tried it for the Seen and Heard trivia, but it wasn't on that list.
Touchstone.
I don't think it's by like
so
any
Brave
of
Little
those.
Toaster was distributed by Walt Disney for the video releases, but its production company was Hyperion Pictures. It's not Don Bluth. It's not really done by anyone. Jerry Reese was the director of it. So,
okay.
Yeah, like it said that it first aired on the Disney Channel in 1998, but it's not a Disney animated film. Go figure. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's not on Disney Plus. Weird. Okay.
Yeah. Weird.
But anyways, Jacob, you're first for the animated match. So what do you got?
Lion King.
All right. Yeah, I got to go Lion King just because I haven't rewatched Brave Little Toaster in a while, but I will.
You know what? Let's have some fun. Let's go Brave Little Toaster. Sure. Like they're already in the championship. Yeah.
Lion King.
Oh, he tried. Not quite.
Yeah, I tried.
All right. Got Batman Begins.
No, I considered it.
Yeah.
Batman Begins versus Zombieland. I'll let we have first. We see Zombieland a lot. Let's go Batman Begins.
Yeah, let's go Batman Begins. Malcolm?
Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Jacob?
Jacob?
I'm Batman. Batman Begins.
No, you're Jacob.
Yeah. I'm just saying, have you ever seen me and Batman in the same place at the same time?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I always thought you were more of a penguin.
You're Batman? What? Mind blown.
Yeah. All right, we got that MCU match. We got Avengers Endgame versus Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh.
All right, Jordan, you get to go first. Have fun.
Oh, man. Come on. You're like literally like both top 5 MCU movies for me. But I just think I have Endgame a little higher. And I hate to vote against Spider-Man, especially my favorite Spider-Man movie, but it's Endgame.
All right. Malcolm?
Endgame.
Yeah. Jacob?
No Way Home.
Austin?
No Way Home. So we have a tie to Jordan.
Ooh.
Only the biggest in your life, Jordan. Make a good decision.
I'm like kind of like go either way, but just because we have Infinity War on the other side, let's go Endgame just to see if it has the strength to make it. We'll see.
All right, we'll see. All right, Endgame makes it. All right.
Another superhero matchup.
Yeah.
More. All right, got on the other side, we got Dr. Sleep and Infinity War. Malcolm.
I'm going to go Dr. Sleep.
Yeah. Jacob?
Infinity War.
Yeah. Austin?
Infinity War.
Well, I said let's maybe see that matchup, but man, I just freaking love Dr. Sleep. I gotta go Dr. Sleep. So
well, it'll be up to Malcolm because we have a tie and we go to Malcolm if he wants to see that match.
I'm sorry, but Dr. Sleep's higher for me. Dr. Sleep.
Okay, so we're not going to get that match.
Right.
Well, I mean, you've still got the championship coming up. That
That's
still
true.
happen.
Yep, anything's possible.
All right.
Rig it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, the double feature I saw today, just the originals, Creed. Yeah. I saw the sequels to those today. All right, so
I tried to do the double feature and I ran out of time, so I just saw Scream 6.
All right. Well, Jacob, you're up first on this one. What do you got?
Scream.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go Scream just because I've seen it more than Creed.
It's close because, man, I'm just shocked how good these Creed movies are because they don't seem like movies that would be all-timers for me, but then you see them and, yep, that's an all-timer. but so is Scream. It's an all-time franchise, so I got to go Scream.
All right. And Malcolm?
Scream.
All right. Sweet for Scream. And we'll move on to Raiders versus Back to the Future 2. All right. Me first. This is a tough one. This is two movies I grew up watching the trilogy box sets of on VHS. Back to the Future and Indiana Jones. I could recite line for line all three of them. Yeah. You know what? We see Raiders a lot. Let's go Back to the Future 2 on this one. Why not?
Yeah. For me, I just have Back to the Future Part 2 ranked way higher. And it's in my top 5, so Back to the Future.
All right.
And Malcolm?
Raiders.
Raiders. Okay.
Yeah. Jacob?
Back to the Future.
It's all the ones Malcolm is voting. All the ones Malcolm isn't voting for are the ones making it.
Yeah, they're the ones making it. Yeah.
Sorry, Malcolm.
All fear and love and tournament fights.
That's true.
Yeah, like I thought maybe that happened on somebody else's recently. I think it was Stevens or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. Godfather 2 and Kingsman. Jordan.
Oh, that's easy. Kingsman. Malcolm?
It is easy. Godfather Part 2.
Yeah. Jacob?
I'd go Kingsman.
Yeah. Austin?
I go Godfather. So it goes to Jacob Barber.
Kingsman.
All right.
Ooh, Kingsman.
Kingsman moves on. All right, Kingsman. All right, so that's our Elite Eight. Let's see what makes the Final Four here now. All right. You almost get to a winner here for Part 2 of Malcolm's tournament.
Yeah, we'll see what some favorites are going into the championship.
It's up to you, Malcolm, if you want to watch the winner this week. So that's up to you. It's not your final one, but if you want to, that's up to you.
Yeah.
All right.
It's encouraged, but it's not enforced.
I mean, there's a good chance I probably would have watched the winner at some stage this week. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Got Godfather and Lion King. Malcolm.
Godfather.
All right. Jacob.
Lion King.
Jacob.
Godfather.
I got to go with the Lion King.
All right, it's up to me. Godfather. All right. Batman Begins versus Endgame. Two superhero movies. DC versus Marvel. All right.
These are some of the toughest ones, these freaking comic book ones.
Yeah. I know. It's like your original 64, Jordan. Ain't nothing but comic.
I know. Original, yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, I'm going to go Batman Begins.
I got to go Endgame. Malcolm?
Yeah, I think it was just pure luck that most of the superhero movies ended up in this part because there actually isn't a lot of super movies on my whole one tree now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Endgame.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a tie to Jordan.
Well, let's go Endgame.
All right. Endgame is in there. Okay. Endgame in the Final Four. Got a good matchup coming up there. Got Dr. Sleep and Scream on the other side. Two horror movies. So, yeah. Me first. You know what? Let's mix it up and go Dr. Sleep. Why not?
Well, for as much as I'd like to, I think I got to go Scream.
Okay. I figured you might. I thought you might go Dr. Sleep because you're high on it. Yeah. We'll see.
Almost. Yeah, it's close. But Malcolm?
As much as I like to, I've got to go Dr. Sleep.
Ooh.
Okay.
Jacob?
Dr. Sleep.
Ooh, whoa, Dr. Sleep with
Dr.
the upset on
Sleep.
Scream. Okay.
All right.
If it was Scream 2, it would have been a lot harder.
Oh, really?
Back to the Future 2 and Kingsman. Jordan.
It's got to be Back to the Future 2.
Okay. Malcolm.
Kingsman.
Jacob.
Kingsman.
Ooh, I'll go Back to the Future 2 and make it a tie. And it goes back down to Malcolm.
Switch it up.
Kingsman.
We didn't switch anyone. Kingsman. Yeah. Okay. All right. Got some interesting matchups here. We got Godfather versus Endgame on the one side. So let's go to Malcolm for that one.
The Godfather.
Jacob.
Endgame.
Okay. Godfather.
I got to go Endgame.
All right. Another tie. And this one goes to Barber.
Endgame.
Yes, I'm like freaking happy Endgame's making it this far. That's awesome.
All right. On the
cool.
other side, we'll start with Jacob for Dr. Sleep and Kingsman.
Kingsman.
All right, and I'll go Kingsman.
Awesome. Yep, and I will also go Kingsman. Malcolm.
I'm also going Kingsman.
Yeah.
All right, clean sweep for Kingsman. Going into our finals for tonight.
All right, here we
A
go.
lot of justice for that 2014 tournament.
Yeah, that's
right?
a lot. Yeah. Taking it far.
Yeah. So, all right. So our finals for tonight, we're going to determine the winner of part 2 will be Avengers Endgame versus Kingsman Secret Service. I am up first. I'm going to go Kingsman. Jordan?
I think I got to go Endgame.
Endgame. Malcolm?
I've got to go Endgame.
Okay.
Jacob?
I'm going to go Kingsman.
Kingsman.
Oh.
And it is a tie to me. And I'm going to go Kingsman.
Oh, that is a lot of justice right there.
All right.
Justice is served.
Justice for Kingsman. So here's a fun fact for you. Both of these movies have made it to multiple final matches, but neither one has won ever.
Neither one has won.
Now Kingsman has won a tournament.
All right, cool.
So Kingsman, if you
All right
recall,
with that.
actually made it to the finals in our Spy tournament, which Skyfall won.
I'm all right with that. You see, I'm all right with that.
So yeah, Kingsman came close in the Spy tournament, but lost to Skyfall. I think it's been in a couple of other Final Fours. Avengers Endgame, as many times we've seen it, has still never won a tournament, but it'll have another chance in the championship. So it has never won. But tonight, Kingsman finally actually wins a tournament. So there you go. Yeah,
sounds
good.
Sounds good.
It was I thought for sure Endgame had won something, but maybe it went up against
Endgame has just come. It's come very, very close. Made a lot of Final Fours. Made a couple of finals. Just never can hit the finish line. So it probably will at some point because it comes up a lot. So it'll get there eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was secretly hoping the Godfathers was going to win my tournament again because
that's how it won your original 64.
Yeah. It's close.
Again. It's close. Yeah. But that'll do it for tonight. So Kingsman takes tonight's part 2. But hey, it's a unique winner. As many times as we've seen it, again, like it's never won. So now it has. So there you go. So we will see it again in our big Mega 128 tournament when we eventually get there of 4 more winners.
Yes, Malcolm, if you want to, you can watch the Kingsman, or you can go watch Everything Everywhere All at Once, that won Best Picture. It's up to you. You can watch either one of those. So. But yeah, thanks guys for sticking it out through Oscar night and being still available. We'll do some plugs, and I think that will do it for us. So we'll start with Malcolm. Where can we find you?
Oh yeah, I wasn't going to make him move this again after making rearrange a whole week. I wasn't going to do it to show you twice in a week.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, I mean, you can find me on Tape Fever, host Rankum every week. Earlier today, we did our friend Rocky franchise ranking, which was a lot of fun. And next week is going to be top 12 horror movie performances that should have been nominated for an Oscar. So that's definitely going to be a lot of fun. And you can find me tomorrow on Gone for the Win. We're going to be talking about the Oscars. Basically, wherever there's trivia, tournaments, anything happening, you can probably find me there.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob, where can we find you?
You can find me here at your Ranker Tournament Fights. Lonely Marks on Thursday. Podcast about movies on Saturday. Austin and I will be doing the Rocky/Creed franchise.
We don't do rankings. We're just going to talk chronologically about each one just briefly and just kind of our thoughts on the whole series and each individual movie. So that's kind of what we do. We just kind of talk about that. And then, when we get to Creed 3, since we do it chronologically, we'll talk a little bit, excuse me, probably talk a little bit spoiler-free, and then we'll actually probably get into a few spoilers. So we'll get into that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then Lonely Marks on Thursday. Richie, Jordan, Austin, and I. Richie, Jordan, and I will be doing the cards for the NXT rosters that we drafted, and then we will be doing a cruiserweight draft because we will be doing our own sort of a cruiserweight classic that the WWE did a few years ago. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Nice, cool. Sounds good. Austin, where can we
Yeah,
find
I'll be on all that stuff Jacob mentioned, and I'll just be here pretty much most of the week doing shows on here pretty much every night on the Movie Hero Network.
Yeah,
So
just about.
stick to the Movie Hero Network. I'll be around, but yeah, I don't have much else going on this week besides stuff on this channel, so I don't have a whole lot to plug at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah, which reminds me, I need to go back and watch your drink along.
It wasn't as bad. It was probably one of the easier ones. It actually didn't end up it being as rough as some of the other ones we've had lately, but it was more because it was kind of a boring. Like I forgot how kind of boring Leprechaun in the Hood is. It's not great unless Warwick Davis is on screen. So yeah, it wasn't great. We're gonna do Back to the Hood next year and see if it's any better. So
yeah. Well, I've had a frantic week, just like setting up for some stuff, like frantically, like in the like things that take me weeks to set up, like a seen and heard movie trivia in like 2.5 days. So I have all my clips and music already pulled and ready to go. I just got to clip them out tonight. So I'm going to be doing that, try to get that done before I go to sleep tonight. Well, so usually the clipping goes a lot faster than actually pulling the full clips. Like I have full like movies and stuff that I just got to clip. So so yeah, but the good thing is when I do all my editing, I have a system that I use that like helps me go pretty quick actually. So it shouldn't take too long. So yeah, but and then you can find all things for the Movie Hero Network on the social media at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. And also I want to just bring it up one more time that we hit 200 subscribers. We're actually at 202 now is where we're currently sitting. So we're going to be doing our giveaway of the Dawn of the Dead 4K set. So we're going to be picking a winner at random. We should probably be reaching out to whoever the winner is in about a week from now. We'll be contacting our winner. We're just going to a poll from our subscribers, just one name at random, and then we'll reach out to you. So and make sure that you have 4K capabilities. If you don't, then we'll have to pick another winner. You got to have 4K capabilities for this one. But yeah, and then on the Seen and Heard movie trivia, usually it's on the on our Patreon, but we're not getting any copyright strikes so far. So I'm going to keep it on our main channel so you can watch it for free. I'm still going to upload them to the Patreon, so they will be there, but that's just in case we end up getting some type of a copyright strike, then I'll just take it down and it'll already be just on the Patreon and just ready to go. So yeah, but and then you can find the polls, which I still got to put our last poll up on the Schmodown Friends and Family group, so that one should be up for our best of 2014 series. We finally got to our winner of our 3-part series, and so there'll be a poll coming up soon. Either me or Austin will figure it out. We'll get it up there one way or another. And then I've been trying to push out more of these trivia matches. I've been having a lot of fun doing them. So I've been kind of putting Snack Hero and my video game stuff on the back burner, but they're not gone forever. You'll see them once in a blue moon, and eventually I'll get back to them. I'm actually like in a transition period with my job, kind of evaluating some of the way my job's going to work. I'm still at the same job and just kind of like restructuring some things to fit better with my overall schedule. So yeah, hopefully soon, because I do have some new things. I did make a little video that was a big announcement video on the channel. You can kind of go watch that for some announcements for some things that are coming soon to the channel. So I'm trying to incorporate maybe a couple new shows we might have, maybe a potential 24-hour live stream like this summer eventually. So yeah, that's just some things that might be coming to the channel. But and yeah, I think that's about it. Besides just a little update on tournament fights and tier ranker, just what we have coming up soon, which one of the other ones that I'm hard at work at is the best movie team. So you're not really voting for the overall movie, you'll be voting for the best movie teams. That'll be Tuesday. So it'll be like the best cast from a given movie. So it's like, do you like the kids from the Goonies or the Sandlot more, or do you like, I don't know, like the team from Fast and the Furious, or do you go with like the team from like the Italian Job, or like whatever it is, just like different movies like that. So we got that one coming up. Then we have Best Found Footage movies coming up Friday, so we got that one on there. We'll be getting to Steven Shepard's Top 128 Championship episode. It's coming up soon. And then in light of the Oscars, we're going to do an A24 versus Neon matchup that friend of the show, Michael Wolfman Wyndham, he'll be putting that one together. And then we're getting back into some animation. We have our best animated movie from the 1980s and earlier. So we're doing that. And actually, Jacob put that one together, so he'll be kind of running that tier ranker when we get there. And then we also have Austin's Mystery Tournament coming up. It's just going to be a bunch of random mystery movies, no topic, no like really anything. I'm just going to have just some random movies, 64 of them, and we'll just see what happens.
You don't know what the hell is going to be on this tournament. I'm going to have all kinds of crazy shit on here. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. So
who wants to be a part of that one? Come on. Who wants to be part of mystery tournament?
Come on. We actually have a couple open spots, so if anyone wants to sign up, we still got
is
one
it
or two open
Tuesday
spots.
or Friday?
Friday,
Friday.
31st. Yeah.
Is when it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. On my birthday.
Unfortunately, I think Malcolm probably has to work then, but I'm also going to be doing something similar as a tier ranker, so we'll talk more about that when we get a little closer. I'm going to eat some
cupcakes on camera.
Yeah, nice. Sounds good.
I'm just
gonna light a candle and we'll sing.
I'm just gonna have a big cake in front of me. I'm just gonna be eating it fork by fork, just eating it on camera.
Nice. Well, we also have an April Fool's show we're gonna be doing on April Fool's. I'm not gonna say what it is, but just tune in though. It's gonna be something pretty interesting. I think you're gonna like it. So yeah. But and then we get into Malcolm's Championship soon. That's coming up at the beginning of April. And then I'll just throw you just a couple more quick ones. We got Matt Damon versus Ben Affleck around the time of the movie aired. That's coming out soon. We have our Best Movie Duos Part 2. And then also we're going to be doing a decade series with best movies with one-word titles. But it'll be a decade series for tournament fights. So it'll be interesting. So yeah, that's just a little preview of what we have coming up. So if you hear any topics that you like and you'd like to be a part of the episode, just reach out to me. You can DM me and we'll talk about having you on an episode. And I want to try and do another episode of trivia. I've actually been able to put them out pretty quickly. So right now I'm shooting for 2, possibly 3 per a month. The next one that I want to try to do, I'm shooting for March 26th. That's a Sunday near the end of the month. So if anyone would like to do trivia, just let me know about that too. So, but yeah, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. So thanks again, guys. I appreciate it. So for Malcolm, for Jacob Barber, for Austin Pez Howell, and yay to everything everywhere all at once that swept most of the Oscars. So I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.